It is once again time to prepare your mind for another edition of Weekly Weird.
Like they didn't even have any fucking long-term strategy in mind when they did it.
Every CEO is a fucking dum-dum.
Yeah, I mean,
I
honestly,
guess.
I think
You wouldn't think.
Yeah, you trust these people. You know, they say they have a plan.
I trust them so much.
Yeah, you trust them with your valuable watch hours and your.
I mean, they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
So many millions of dollars. Yeah,
they've got to be making good decisions.
You would think that that was based on merit.
Because I'm worth like $35,000 a year. I mean, so they're worth so much more than me.
Yeah, I mean, they're worth at least 13 times you, Jim, and at least easily. And so, I mean, that's just math. So, I mean, they have to know something.
They have to know a lot, I imagine.
Huh.
I don't know, but
so we should change our names. We'll be worth more.
Oh, you're
like
so
we'll just
right.
switch names. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, then welcome to the Weekly Weird. My name is Oid, and sitting right next to me is this guy,
Duncan.
Duncan.
Hi, I'm
Duncan. What's up, Duncan? Good to see you again, Duncan. And then on the other side of me is this named fellow.
Scanthrick Howerton.
Scanthrick Howerton. Wow. Surname.
Full doxing.
Yeah, right?
Look, I'm open. You look me up, dox me if you must, but
and we must. And welcome to the Weekly Weird, guys. I'm also known as DOTV, and I'm here with the artists formerly known as Patrick and Jim.
Yeah, in some circles, yeah.
I remember, I knew Scanthrick when he was known as Jim, before he went corporate.
before I was worth big money.
That's right. And this is wait, are we renaming the show too? Should we just call it the WW? This is the WW, the Weekly Weird.
We should call it something that sounds real corporate though. It should be like Comcast presents the WW.
Unicorp presents.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
WW.
Yes.
That's right.
Unilever.
Oh, we're gonna make so much money, boys. I'm so excited.
I know. I mean, if any of my other business partners are watching, this is not a thinly veiled critique of the first sponsored episode of Chef to Chef. Sponsored by InKind. We are grateful to our sponsors over at InKind. This is a free promo for InKind. Anyway.
InKind.
That's right.
Would you rather it's in Cruel? No, you wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
The kindest company I know, in that it's in their name. There you go. I'm going to get fucking in trouble for this shit. Cut this out. Hey, Patrick, cut this out.
Take it out of the edit.
You got it.
Guys, if you're watching, stop watching and then start watching.
Yeah. Close your eyes, plug your ears.
Yeah.
Go back in time 40 seconds.
Please.
Anyway.
Yep. So Harold, clip this, please.
God damn it, Harold. Don't unclip this. Unclip it. Declip it. Guys, it's the Weekly Weird. We update you on all the weird stuff. Brought to you by Waterloo. Jim, do anything weird this week?
Did I?
I asked you.
I can't remember. I can't remember time. Was I in Cyber City this last week, or was that
you
before
were?
That?
No.
I can't remember.
You were.
You were.
I might have been in Cyber City.
Yeah, you were.
Sunday.
Yeah, you absolutely were.
Fighting against
you win?
Jazzy, crushing.
Hell yeah.
He crushed.
As is my want.
I'm sorry I missed
Then he fought himself.
Whoa!
I did fight myself.
Yeah.
And sadly, disgusting chocolate bar beat Fat Tony the Tiger for the win.
Oh,
I was
As
really
we knew
rooting for
it
Fat
would.
Tony the Tiger.
yeah. I mean,
I brought out
diabetes.
the
beats Fat
fattest Tony the
Tiger.
Tiger.
Dude, it was a fat Tony the Tiger, dude.
I'm
And
really
people in
upset I
chat
missed
were
this.
like, "Oh, Fat Tony the Tiger, we're body shaming today, huh?" And I was like, "No, acknowledging that a fat guy's fat isn't body shaming. Thinking that it's rude to call a fat guy fat is suggesting that fat is intrinsically bad somehow, and
Yes.
that's body shaming. Acknowledging
right.
it's the same as go watch Jane Elliott's Brown Eye Blue Eye. Acknowledging someone's physicality isn't rude. Not acknowledging their physicality, rude.
But okay,
Yes.
and I don't want to go all Joe Rogan, okay? But allow me
I want you
to
to.
enter the
I want you to go all
manosphere
Joe
for
Rogan.
a second. Yeah,
Please,
let me.
Please.
Yeah. If you listen, I'm a fat boy.
Sure.
I've got tons of fun. I'm a chubba lubba ding dong, and it causes health issues. So there is an element where being fat is bad.
It's not for me.
Well, you're not fat, Jim.
I'm saying, like, it's in terms of acknowledging someone's body type, it doesn't affect me at all.
Sure.
Someone's health issues.
You're
are
not
a
saying
totally,
it as
feel
an
like a
insult.
separate issue, right? I feel like I also would acknowledge if someone was a smoker, which could be bad for their
I
health.
see. You know what? I understand that. Okay,
But
I get it.
but I'm not going to take that away from their personhood, you know.
Well, as a smoker, I am intending
George
to kill
says
my
it's
soul
like
with
people
every
coming
drag.
up with Sure, yeah, exactly. It's a way to try to die. George says it's like people
Faster.
coming up with every term possible to avoid describing a person as black,
Oh yeah,
as
that's
if it's
true.
inherently offensive being black. That's
Oh,
exactly
dude,
right.
that's my
Right.
You get it.
favorite.
You get
That
it.
is my favorite fucking thing. I will say, and listen, this comes from a position of privilege as a white guy, but watching other white people dance around calling somebody
Don't
black.
be weird about it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
You're like, no,
every
he's a black
fucking
guy.
time, and it happens so often when there's a show, shows I've worked on where you have to cast black people in the roles, and everybody just doing backflips to make sure they say
They're
African
like,
American.
how can we say
Even-
diverse?
Yeah, diverse.
And you're like, one person isn't diverse.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. It's like, it's amazing. So, got white people, on behalf of other
White
whiteys,
people.
white
Hey,
people,
white people.
hey, white people, you can describe a person as a black person. It is fine.
Some of them are.
Yeah, there are black people. They exist.
They're
And
real.
also, it's weird to assume that every black person you see on the street is African American, because that would be more
Fact.
inaccurate in some cases.
Yeah.
Truth.
So you gotta be, calm down, whiteys, calm down.
Cool it, whiteys.
Don't cool it too much,
Whiteys.
though. Don't cool it too much. Then you're gonna get too comfortable. Then we're gonna get a
Don't get
fucking
comfortable.
weird, using other words you shouldn't be using situations. So don't get too
Don't cool
comfortable.
it so much that you're sitting in
Yeah.
an ice bath, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's right. Calm down, Joe. Anyway. So, sorry, I was clipping. What
That
could
was
we
my
say?
week.
Great. I mean, okay. Yeah, nice. Didn't seem that weird. Patrick, do you got any weird facts for us this week?
You know I do, Dio. You know me so well.
It's true. It was a
Yeah.
Any
leading
weird
question.
snacks for
I've
my
got here's
God.
a nice
Should
little
we do a weird
snack
snack
for your
streams?
brains.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
My God. I'm
Oh my
1,000%.
god. Marmite.
Oh my. Ugh.
Love it. Honestly, I love it.
We're talking about weird, right? Yeah.
You'll get Marmite, I'll get Vegemite, and Jim will get termites, and it'll be perfect.
Great.
Yeah. Anyway, weird facts. Did you guys know that tumors can grow hair, bones, and muscles?
That's just a guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
you're right.
That's just a little guy.
What was the movie with the pimple that turned into another man head?
How to get ahead in advertising?
I think that's it. Yeah. Nice.
That's one with that.
Yeah.
I would suggest looking it up. Like, look up tumor with teeth.
Nope. No thanks.
I'm doing it.
It's out there. Do it, Dio.
I'm doing it.
I don't.
Chat, don't.
I don't
Because
wanna
I don't
look
want to
at
get
that.
killdosed again by suggesting that people do anything.
Yeah, put it on screen
But that shit's real.
and blame.
Oh,
Patrick.
you
Put it on
saw.
screen.
You saw Dio. That's the I
Yeah.
saw a tumor with teeth face.
Yeah, it is.
I know that face
I'm
anyway.
trying to graphically match what a tumor with teeth looks
What
like.
it's doing, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, when they get sinewy muscles, too. Oh, my
Oh.
God, dude.
Tough tumors. I'm not into it.
Mm. Tumors that can bully
Can
you,
you
it's
work
crazy.
out your muscle tumor?
No.
No, I don't
It
think you
works
want
you
that
out.
to happen.
It works you to
Yeah.
death. I don't
If
think
I had
I
a
could
muscle
show that.
tumor, I would want it ripped.
No, I don't think
Oh,
you
I
can
think-
show it either. It's pretty awful stuff, but
I mean, if we
Tumors
want
of
to, I
service.
could put it on the Discord for people who want to join the Discord. If you want to see some gross
yeah,
ass
the
shit-
18 plus, yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna put it on the 18 minus sec. No, of course I'm putting it on the fucking 18 plus. Where else would I fucking put it? Yeah,
Pet
I'll-
pics.
Yeah, pet. I mean, technically, it's as
It
close
has
to a
teeth.
pet as you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them do look like. I just searched tumor pet, and
Chihuahuas.
now I have to look and see what tumor pet looks like.
No.
Oh no, this is just dogs with cancer. I hate that.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a 90s toy that was basically tumor pets.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. Well, this will be in my downloads history for everyone to see later.
Yep. Good.
You know what? And everyone should do that. Just in case the CIA or NSA or FBI is looking at your stuff, look up some real gross shit once in a while. Make them contend with
Yeah.
it, you know?
Fuck with them. Yeah.
Yeah, disgusting shit. Not like
Yeah. Upsetting. Not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
illegal.
yeah,
just
not illegal,
upsetting.
just upsetting.
Just
shit.
upsetting. Yeah.
Look up a fucking crime scene.
George
photos.
wants to
You'll
see
find
the
'em.
teeth.
I'm posting it on the. I'm posting a couple of pics. Give it a second.
Show us the teeth. I love it.
I'll show you the teeth for 20 gifted subs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need at least $100 to put my shit in jeopardy.
Yeah, to put this. Yeah. Well, seeing as we're
Aw.
talking about pets,
Harold just.
I'm going to give you some pet related facts.
Uh-huh,
What happened?
No, Harold just sent a picture of his dogs in a bath.
Oh,
VQ.
no, tumor teeth. I wish I would have gone to Harold's instead.
Whoops. I
Oh,
just posted the same one
wow.
twice.
What a palate cleanser for my eyes. This is great.
Right.
Look
right.
at little faces.
I think this is the right
Hey,
one.
you know what? I've got a fact about
That's
dogs
good.
like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're called brachiocephalic dogs, which is like the pug kind of dogs where the eyes are a
Okay.
little separated and everything. Like, you know, dogs like that, pugs, bulldogs, and such, they can have their eyes just pop out of their skulls.
Oh, come on, man. What are we doing?
That's
here?
just a
In the
thing
middle
that
of a bath.
happens
Come on, man.
in the middle of a
Come
bath.
on, man.
Can you believe that?
Why? What are we doing? Come
That's
on,
a
man.
thing they do. We're sharing knowledge, Dio.
Come
That's what we're
on.
doing. Harold, as a man who owns pug-faced dogs, knows.
Oh my God. Ugh.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes that's a part of life. There's excited pee dogs.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's dogs that jump when you don't want them to.
Uh-huh.
Then there's dogs that eyes pop out.
Sometimes their eyes will pop
Nuh-uh.
out.
Nuh-uh.
That's
Yep.
a 90s toy.
Yeah.
Like a dog, you squeeze it and its eyeballs are like, poink.
Yep.
That is true. Yeah.
There's a little crank on its belly. You wind them back in.
It's like the squeezy guy from that one movie. They had like the rubber squeezy guy where the eyes popped out. I think it was like a cartoon. Never mind. Fucking.
Well, that was just like a desk toy from the.
Yeah,
also
yeah. It
90s,
was like a
80s.
stress relief
The
toy
little,
thing.
like,
yeah.
Like he looks like a red 8, and when you squeeze
looks
him,
like a
his, like
Weeble
eyes and
Wobble,
like
yeah.
weird ears pop
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
His
yeah,
ears,
yeah.
his eyes. Yeah.
There was some.
Those were everywhere for
Yeah.
a while.
I did not. I didn't know those
Horrifying.
really existed.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, Dio, I've
Get 'em at, like,
disturbed you with
Sharper
dog.
Image in the mall or something.
Yeah. You
I
made
bet,
me look up
bet.
tumors with teeth, and then you gave me a horrible dog fact. Can you?
So how
bring-
about
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna
drink-
go somewhere else now.
Cool.
Let's
thank
talk
you.
about cheese.
Cheese.
Cheese, Dio.
Can't go
You ready for me to
wrong.
ruin cheese? This one's actually.
Yeah, I can't
this
wait.
This is fun. If all the bacteria that existed on a single piece of cheese moved in the same direction, the cheese could literally move around.
Whoa.
Yep.
What
I like
kind of
that.
cheese are we talking about here?
How do we train them to
Cheese
do it?
is bacteria. I mean, it's any cheese. The amount of cheese
All cheeses.
or bacteria on any cheese.
That's
a
what
slice of
ACAB
cheese,
stands
a wheel
for.
of
All
cheese.
cheese are bacteria.
Yes.
People write it on
That's right.
walls and stuff
That's
all
right.
the time.
That's
Remember,
right.
guys,
Why you're not
ACAB,
familiar.
all cheese are bacteria.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Most popular fact of the last 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That's-
that
I
was
mean,
more fun.
Yeah, right?
I
I think we should leave on a high note too, by the way. I
Sure.
don't know if I can give you
I'm
anything.
fine.
I don't want to ruin your day anymore.
I mean, I am imagining like running
Cheese?
down a hallway and just like cheese following me, seeking
I bet it would be
revenge
slow.
on my
Yeah, like
dairy
a slice
massacres.
of Swiss just flip-flopping after you.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I imagine some cheese is slow, but you've seen that son bitch, Jason Voorhees. He fucking slow as hell. He fucking
Jason
chases those-
Voorhees?
Jason.
Jason Voorhees. Oh my god.
No!
Oh my goodness. What a nightmare.
I thought we drowned him in Rhinelander, but he came back. Jason
The
Voorhees.
fifth movie, they just melt him into a fondue.
Oh God, Fondue the 14th. I don't know. That's.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm for it.
I don't know. I'll workshop it. BRB gonna floss these tumors' teeth really quick. They're better shape. They're my damn. But actually, though,
Yeah, they.
my ugh, as a man with bad teeth, man, I could use a couple. Anyway,
Theo, how was your week? Did you do anything weird?
did I do anything weird this week? I don't
That's
know
the
if
question.
it's weird.
Sorry.
Here's the question. I don't know if it's weird. It's not that weird. So I've been working on a new TV show. I have 3 jobs right now, guys. I'm all over
Brag.
the place.
Fucking brag about it, I know.
Yeah, I mean, only one of which is lucrative. One of which is this right now. And that shit, let me tell you, we do it for the love of the game, guys. We do it for the love of the game. I have 3 jobs right now. One of which requires me to go out and do some location scouting. We're shooting for a documentary, some recreation elements, and I'm looking for a locker room. Okay, so I'm looking for a locker room with particular features. It needs to feel vintage. We're doing stuff from a few decades ago, so it's got to have that look that you've seen in all those 80s movies.
Old sweat.
Old sweat. Yeah, exactly. A time before cell phones and computers and all that stuff. When computers could change your grades and really make that weird pedophile principal of yours mad at you for skipping school. We need that. We need like that era of locker room. So I've been going around, looking around places. The problem is I live in a state that really loves football. So consequently, they update their locker rooms all the time. So it's really hard to find something that's like got that vintage look. So I've been looking at, I was looking all last week. I finally found one that I, at least from the pictures online, I thought could work. It's got that great old appeal. So I hopped in my car and started driving down there. I got there. Groundskeeper met me. Seemed like a normal dude, and he took me it was around. This was part of a sports complex, so there were some old bleachers there that looked really great. The field looked nice and neat, but had a little vintage look. Nothing too crazy. They had a few lights for the that Friday night lights magic, but nothing super modern. So I'm thinking, oh, this is good. So he takes me to the locker rooms. He says, "Go take a look around." I'm like, "Cool." I'm gonna take some photos. And so I'm snapping snapping some photos on my phone for a little bit. And then I hear like this voice come around the corner like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And so I turned and I looked, and it was like, it was some younger guy, maybe late teens, early 20s, was sitting there asking me what I was doing. He was wearing a vintage football jersey. I was like,
Great.
"Oh, cool. Where'd you get that, dude?" He was like, "Oh, well, what do you mean? Where did I get it? What are you talking about, coach?" It's like, "Coach? I mean, I thought that was weird. I mean, I'm nobody's coach, right?"
You'd be a
like,
good coach.
Thank you. Let's see what you think after the story. And I was like, "Okay, well, cool. No matter." And he's like, "What's that in your hand?" And I was like, "My phone." He's like, "That's a phone?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, what? The fucking Gen Z, they live on their phones. Like, you would think they freaking know. It was
Maybe yours was just too small. He's like, all the cool phones are huge now.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I do think I have a pretty honking phone. Like, my phone's
That is pretty honking.
not too small.
Yeah, it's almost a face long. That's a pretty significant phone.
It's a pretty good phone. Ghost. Well, Doom. You'll see. So I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I was like, "Yeah, it's my phone." And he was like, "That dude, I've never seen a phone like that." And I was like, "Well, it's not new. It's Google. I can't remember. I think I have a Samsung or a Google. I don't know. I'm not a phonist.
Oh, maybe
I'm
he
not
just
a
wasn't an
phone
Android guy.
Yeah, maybe it was an Apple head. I don't know. Those guys are always so pushy about their shit. Anyway, so I was like, yeah. And I started taking more photos. And he's like, "What are you doing with your phone?" And I was like, "I'm taking photos." He's like, "You're taking photos with your phone?" And I was like, "Kid, what's your deal? What's the bit here?" I kind of just went,
Right?
It's like, what's going on? What's the bit here? I was getting a little annoyed. All right, Gen Z trying to take the piss out of me, a probably mid-aged millennial. I am a mid-aged millennial. Like, what's going on, kids? All right? I'm not out here trying to pretend like I'm hip. All right? What's going on? And he's like, "Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, mister. You're just fucking saying that this is you're taking pictures with your phone. I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "You can't take pictures with your phone? Let me see your phone." He was like, "I don't have a phone." I was like, "Well, good for you and your parents."
Huh.
So
True.
he walked off. I kept taking some photos. I rounded the corner. It was like a single row of lockers in the middle, and then lockers on the two ends of the walls. You know what I'm talking about? Like lockers here, locker island in the middle. I round the locker island, take a look at the other side where the kid had come out from, and I saw a locker that was open, and it had like pictures in it, like a Farrah Fawcett pinup that I've seen from vintage movies and whatnot. And I was like, okay, kids are still fucking lusting out of Farrah Fawcett. I mean, little weird for 2025,
Yeah,
but
beauty is timeless.
Well, it's not about the beauty. It's just kind of a little weird to have pinups in your locker in this day and age. It just feels a little, I don't know. Do kids still do that? I guess maybe they do.
Great question.
Maybe
Gen
they
Z,
do.
Gen Alpha.
Gen
let
Z,
us know.
anybody? Yeah, just Gen Z, Gen Alpha still put pinups in their locker. Let me know. Anyway, I didn't know, so I just thought nothing of it. And then I turned and I went to go exit, and I exited, and it was fucking nighttime outside all of a sudden. All right, I had left my house at like 10:30. I'd gotten there by 11 a.m. Like, now it was light. It was nighttime. There were lights up there. There were people in the bleachers. There was like everything going on. I was like, oh, okay. Like, the groundskeeper didn't tell me this was going to happen. Suddenly a ref comes up to me. He's like, "Well, are you going to get back to your sideline?" And I was like, what? My sideline? Like, I'm not playing. He's like, "Of course you're not playing. Come on, coach. Get back to your sideline." Okay. So I ran to a sideline, wrong sideline. Immediately got yelled at by the opposing team. Fucking went over to the sideline. Immediately found myself surrounded by that kid and a bunch of other kids around his age, of an epically diverse variety. I was shocked. It turns out I was in a not Texas town anymore, it seemed. And
Crazy.
Yeah, wild
Weird.
indeed. And then and suddenly somebody thrust in to my hand a clipboard with the field on it and a little marker and said, "What's the play?" And guys, back in the day, I played a little game called Madden 97.
So you're an expert.
I am. And I drew up
Yeah.
the fucking nickelest wishbone play I've ever done. Running back, dropping back to quarterback sneak, little tip toss to the fullback, going into the hardtack, okay? And it was beautiful. All right? I run it up, and it took me a second. The kids are nodding along as I'm drawing this beautiful play. I show it to them. The kids are nodding. They get out on the field. Break. Let's go. It's third down, third and long. We're in the opponent's end zone. I watched the snap. And let me tell you guys, those kids got destroyed. Oh my God, It was a massacre. They were bringing out stretchers for 35 minutes after the play. I
Wow.
tried my darndest to get out of there without being seen, but a few people from the stands yelled at me as I booked it, hightailed it back into the locker room. I didn't know where else to go. I couldn't see my car. There was a mob forming. The other team was celebrating because, celebrate. Some were celebrating. Some of them were crying about taking they said something about lives being lost. Anyway, I ran into the locker room. I could hear the mob coming after me. I was like, oh shit, where do I go? So I leapt into that open locker room, slammed the door in my own face, ferret faucet right there,
Mm-hmm.
and just waited.
Right where you want her.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got the closest I've ever been to ferret faucet. And I waited, and I heard the crowd getting closer and closer and closer, and then dead silent. And it stayed silent for roughly 45 minutes before I started banging on the locker to be let out. Groundskeeper let me out. Wondered what the fuck I was doing in a locker, which I tried to explain to him. He thought I was crazy. Yeah. And he told me I couldn't film there because I was a fucking weirdo trying to creep on
Dang.
people in a locker room.
Happens all the time, man.
Yeah.
Still on the
Tale
hunt.
as old as time.
Still on the hunt.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. What can you do? Anyway, looking for a vintage locker room still. That's what I did.
Come on down to Chicago. We got plenty of public schools that are underfunded with locker rooms straight out of the 80s. Dude.
You know, my
You'd
friend,
love it.
a friend of mine recently told me that I should try reaching out to a post office, because post offices have locker rooms that are, and they're government funded, so they haven't been updated ever.
Fantastic.
And I thought that was
Except all the post offices in Austin have been torn down.
right. That's right. Yeah. So
Yep.
it was both
There you go.
hilarious and sad suggestion that I got there. Also, Jim, I'll have to tell you who gave me that suggestion, because you will also find it sad.
I'm excited to hear about it later.
Anyway, that's what I did this week.
Sounds like a blast, dude.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
No, it sounds fun.
Yeah.
You got to coach part of a football game. got some
Terribly.
kids murdered. You know,
Yeah, I know.
Terribly.
I don't.
those are experiences a lot of people will never have.
I mean, the screaming.
Still echoes.
Being third and long, but still very close to the end zone. Crazy.
We weren't
Well,
on the
this is why he's a
15.
bad coach, Patrick.
What do you? What?
No, no,
Whoa! No, I'm not a bad coach because I didn't know where we were on the field. I'm a bad coach because I got the O-line kill. Anyway.
Fair. That's fair. You're right.
That was our weekend weird. It's time to fill you in on the rest of the world on this week. When Nickel Wishbone, I will call for a forever call. That's right. That's right. Listen, those are both sports words. Okay. Anyway,
I had a football game on my computer when I was like 12. Back when video games were like you would watch letters, like the letter X running at each other across the screen. And it was like you picked your defenses and offenses. That's all I remember is nickel and dime. And I would just sack.
Oh,
That's
1,000%.
That's how
That's
I
right.
I
The computer was clearly programmed for people who understood football, and I didn't, and that like baffled it.
All right, I'm gonna have to own up on something. The only part of my story that wasn't true was that I didn't never play any Madden game, but I did have an NFL video game that did, or it wasn't an NFL video game. It was a football video game, and they did not have the licensing rights to any of the teams, but they would have the cities. So I would just play Chicago, but it was like the Chicago Meat Packers or the Chicago fucking something or other. Like it was like the Chicago Gangsters or Chicago
the Tommy Gunners.
Yeah, it was something totally off brand. I'm struggling to remember what the name of that game was, but it was on Genesis, and every time I would run the exact same play from like the 1 yard line, and it would always result in a immediate run to the end zone. I also had an EA soccer game where I could position a player right in front of the goalie whenever he made a drop kick, and I could time it so that it headbutted the drop kick and went into the goal every single time. So I'd score like 35-0.
In high school, I had a friend who had I don't know if it was a Madden, some kind of video game football. And I played it with him one time, and I discovered it was a late enough generation of video game. This is how old I am, that it had like 4 buttons for these fingers, whichever one that was. And one of those buttons made whichever dude you were controlling just flop lifelessly onto the ground. And so that's all I would do. I would just like flop, 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 flop through my whole team. Yeah. And my friend was like, I'm never playing this game with you again.
Hell yeah. What video games did you cheese and or make not fun for your friends? Let us know.
Jim, what do you think these 2 buttons at the end of the controller are called? If they were to call them a type of button, what type of button?
This is going to be fun.
Index finger? No. Is it going to be something pithy?
What are these?
Squeezy buttons? The Yankums? The
Yankums, he got it.
I like it.
Yankums.
I know.
I like that. I like the Yankums. Yes, left yankum and right yankum is how you fucking fly.
I assume they all had like letters. Don't they all have letters or shapes or whatever?
They have letters, but
they have lots going on.
You got to describe what the difference between this one and this one is.
You guys just having controllers around.
Yeah, it's almost like
we're in a gaming stream.
Yeah, wait, what on Twitch? You're the weird one. Thank you, Douglas.
Yeah.
Even on your computer, you use a controller?
Yeah. You sure do, for certain games.
For some games, yeah.
You use a pink controller, dude, for DOTV.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, that's nice.
Someday.
I have a pink controller for the PS5, but not for my actual desk. I should get one for my actual desk. You're gonna
Any
cry?
controller can be pink if you have spray paint.
Oh, Duchess, don't cry.
Duchess, what are you going to cry about?
No!
Pizza got delivered to the wrong place.
No, what a nightmare.
Nightmare.
Oh, my God.
Unless
That
it got
is
delivered to my house.
legit.
Was it delivered
Yeah.
to Austin?
Yeah, did you
Let's start
accidentally
honing in.
deliver
Where
it
did it get delivered?
36,000 miles away? Well, anyway, should we talk about the news, or should we talk more about?
Yeah, I
the
get.
Is that what
Yeah,
we're
why
doing?
not? I
that
don't
what
know.
we're
Oh
doing?
yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick,
yeah.
why don't you talk a little bit about the news, huh?
I will. I'm gonna start sharing some information with Jim. These are bumpers, and these are
Bumpers?
triggers.
No, wait. Why do they have different names?
Because
Well,
Why are
because
they all
you have to
triggers?
indicate
these are
one
like
from
a
the other.
trigger,
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
and this is a bumper.
All right.
So
like on a,
RB, LB,
sick.
RT, LT. See?
Thank you.
And now we've learned things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look at this fucking turkey. You see this turkey over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's here
Yeah.
to do the devil's business.
It is. Evil has a name, gentlemen, and its name is Karl
Oh.
with a K.
Whoa.
That's correct. That's correct.
That's the most evil
It's
way
gotta
to
have a
spell
K.
Karl. Yeah.
yeah.
It is. I think it's safe to say that this ongoing war between humans and animals has truly affected us all here at the Weekly Weird Studios.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
this unfortunate
Yes.
update really strikes me hard in particular. It's probably going to strike Dio a little hard as well. This time the animals have gone too far. Not only have they attacked my home state of Illinois,
Oh no.
but they have unleashed an unholy terror that clearly goes against the Geneva Conventions.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, the poor, unfortunate people of Rockton, Illinois,
Rockton.
were minding Rockton, not Rockford, Rockton.
Rockton.
This is Rockton is like closer to the Wisconsin area.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
They were minding their own business. Some were watering their flowers. Children were playing in the sun. Ice Cube would have said that it was a good day.
Yeah.
Then it happened. A demonic turkey, only known as Karl, emerged from an assumed demonic hellhole or portal and began its attack. Like a Dark Souls boss, Karl was relentless, chasing children and adults with nary a discriminatory thought. In a flurry of pecks, talon slashes, and feathery wax upon legs, Karl made his way to a cul-de-sac neighborhood and laid ruin to the land.
Oh no.
People fled into their houses and shuttered their windows in fear. Cars sped from the turkey terror as it chased after them. Tears and blood
I've seen
were
this
shed
movie.
by the gallons.
I bet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And just as quickly as Karl arrived, he was gone.
What?
Whoa.
No. He has not been caught, guys.
He's still out there.
No. He has not been stopped.
What?
And yes, he will strike again. Rockton residents have made calls to the Illinois Department of Natural Resources and the dubiously named Wild Turkey Confederation.
What? wait. Is this a wrestling federation?
That's a real thing.
of turkeys. 'Cause I'm so in.
I fucking wish, because maybe they'd handle Karl.
Can I get a
They'd
hell
send
yeah?
like a turkey undertaker. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Can I get
Well,
can I get a yeah?
you may not.
Oh.
They so Rockton
Stone
was
cold sliced turkey.
The stone
So, the wild
cold
turkey-
stuffing is getting for you. What? Gobble gobble.
God
What?
damn it. Okay. Okay. I'm almost done, boys.
No, not yet. You gotta know-
Rockton-
we're gonna
yeah,
stretch this
Rockton
out for
was
another 10
told.
minutes.
Something was going to be done about Karl. That's what the Wild Turkey Confederation and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources said. But Rockton has seen nothing but a few flimsy turkey traps that are clearly not rated for demon birds with supposed strength of a Jurassic Park velociraptor.
Jesus.
For sure.
And on a more personal note, it's easier to report on the horrors of this war when it isn't in your backyard.
For
But
sure.
now it's personal. My fellow Illinoisians, which I guess that's what we're called, have been attacked So mark my words and mark them well. I guarantee that if Karl makes its way west to the city of Chicago, Thanksgiving will come early.
Dang.
You listen up, Karl.
Gauntlet thrown down, man. Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Was it the Wild Turkey Confederation? Presumably
It was.
named for the cheap whiskey that named him Karl?
Oh yeah, Wild Turkey. Yeah, who named
We know
him
not
Karl?
why he's named Karl.
Okay.
Probably
we don't know where
Satan,
the
dude.
name came from.
He came through a portal. He was Karl. He left.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Poop.
Yeah.
I don't love the mystery with Karl. I feel
Yeah,
like
I wish we knew a little more.
Yeah, I don't like much about Karl at all.
Yeah, I feel like nuh-uh.
I agree. I agree with nuh-uh.
Yeah, a huge bit of nuh-uh for that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Big ol'
Big old
side serving of nuh-uh. with that
big old
turkey.
glass of nuh-uh. Nuh-uh at
Yeah.
all. Oh my god, he's in the studio!
No, my God!
Ah!
I
I'm
know
scared.
we don't go this deep often on the show, but can I compliment your choice of a typeface on that, Patrick?
Thank you.
What-
Yeah.
wait,
Thank
wait,
you.
wait,
You
wait,
were
wait.
totally
like-
allowed to do that.
Classic
Yeah.
demonic.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
a 1980s pastoral satanic movie.
It does feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
a.
really digging it. I'm digging it.
It feels like when they were trying out heavy metal covers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
This would be like a Coven font
Sure.
choice. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
It's
I like
classy. It's classy but demonic,
it. Mhm.
which is hard. It's hard to find that. Sometimes you're looking
Yeah.
for it. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'll share the
Sometimes
TTF.
Patrick-
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, where would an Alabaman walrus go to get a tooth pulled?
Where?
Missouri?
Tuscaloosa. Get it?
You are
Thank
so lucky I cut to your close up. Cause my face.
You were just laughing so hard,
disapproving.
so hard that it clipped out and we couldn't hear it at all.
I think a pure disappointment radiated. Okay, yeah, just like that. But
It would have
the
looked like
opposite.
that. That's what it looked like.
Opposite, Nicole.
Speaking of which, guys, there was a robbery in Tuscaloosa this week. That's my transition. A Scooby-Doo broke into the Quick Stop on
What?
Highway 82.
Zoinks!
You all know it. At 3:45 on Tuesday, setting
Look
off
at his
the alarm.
face on the left picture.
I know.
Fucking
He is-
jinkies,
He
dude.
is
What
not a
is
happy
that?
boy.
Dude.
Ruh-roh.
Oh my God.
He broke in, set off the alarm, stole cash, and took off. The Tuscaloosa police are looking for a 5'9" brown talking dog, but I suspect that, like most Scooby-Doo villains, it might be a man in a mask.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Breaking
maybe.
it, guys.
I don't
Breaking
know.
the story.
I think that's a
Maybe
real
a dude in a
talking
mask.
dog. Yeah. I think
Could be a real Scooby-Doo.
could
we
be
don't
an
know for sure
actual
at this
do
point.
of Scooby.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
My God.
Or it could just be a Scooby-Dude.
Scooby
Could be
dude.
a Scooby-Doo.
Just a classic Scooby-Dude.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a good costume. It covers the entire body. So,
Right?
you know.
Why not? Yeah.
It is a weird choice not to go with a Scooby mask to complete the look, you know? Like,
Right? It does. The hood of the hoodie thing has a Scooby face on it, but it's clearly
Sure, but-
flopped down.
Yeah, but like
It's
Yeah,
generous
yeah.
to call it a Scooby-Doo costume.
yeah, a Scooby Doo. Yeah, no, I mean that's.
But I
definitely
did so that I could
Scooby-Doo
make that joke about a
pajamas.
mask.
That's definitely what that is.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a Scooby-Doo onesie for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Mhm,
The
mhm.
question is, does the tail unzip so you can poop?
I mean,
Or,
good
you know,
question.
do other butt stuff. I'm not here to judge.
what is the other butt stuff?
Tuck the tail up into your butthole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. You know that's what
Yeah.
it's designed to do.
That is.
God, I got all slobbery thinking about that. Yes, yes.
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 Speaking of all slobbery, guys.
All my stories will be 12 seconds this
I
week.
cannot wait for that.
Man embarrassingly caught with over $100,000 worth of bull jism.
Oh my!
Oh, I thought it was gonna be cocaine.
Man, I was.
You thought wrong.
Seconds away of saying, Patrick, why'd you use your Facebook picture for this?
You can fuck right off.
Also, again, good typeface there, bud.
I know he's really
Thank you.
knocking it out of the park with the font.
I
choices.
googled jizz font and got that, so I'm
You know
really
what?
happy.
I don't like it anymore. I don't like it.
Jizz font was my nickname in high school.
Do you know what it actually is?
I
It's
was-
the font from the movie Flubber. So enjoy that.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
came up when you searched jizz font?
No.
The
I
Flubber
searched
font?
Flubber font. What do you think I am?
I don't know. I thought, all right, listen.
I like
Huh.
just say
I
hand,
mean,
fella.
I mean, clearly, I thought you were the guy in that photo. So.
Oh, Dio. Imagine being the kind of guy who,
Doing it.
when deciding to break bad, chooses to become the Heisenberg of bull semen.
Okay, great doing it.
That's the danger this unnamed Australian man decided to be.
Why isn't he
This-
named?
Couldn't tell ya. Wonder why. This 34-year-old man from Grafton is now facing 20 charges, including cattle theft,
Oh.
animal
Nice.
cruelty,
Oh.
and
Oh.
obtaining financial advantage by deception after he stole over 100 cattle from his own employer. This criminal cattleman was given the task of selling his boss's 200 cattle, but instead sold them at a huge discount to himself.
I mean, that's
managed-
not theft.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Well, technically, it's obtaining financial advantage by deception,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
a felony.
Mhm.
Okay.
He managed to do so through a third party by initially selling them at a greatly reduced price. This cheap purchase included 4 full-blooded Wagyu cows
Okay.
and a whole bunch of bull jizz.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, each cow was estimated to be worth at least $3,000, and the bull butter was worth $100,000.
Gee,
Wow.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
That shit gets
Yep.
so fucking expensive. It's weird. It's not the.
Well, it's Wagyu.
Yeah, Wagyu
Yeah.
jizz. Does that mean it's like?
Old waggy jizz.
I mean,
It's got a lot of fat in it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
marbled
but-
jizz. Well, marbled jizz. Yeah. There's just gonna be so many more jizz jokes. It's not ending.
well marbled jizz is a sentence that's never been uttered before.
I'm a
First time in
pioneer.
human
What can I
history,
say,
guys.
man?
Here we
A
go.
Yeah.
linguistic pioneer sailing down the seas of perversions. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Now, guys,
Sea
these
of
are all
marbled
face
jizz.
value estimates, mind you. All
Sure.
right.
Face
Like this is how
value.
much it would be worth on
Contained.
your face.
Ooh.
Got it.
Thank you.
God
Thank
damn
you,
it.
guys.
God damn it.
See, I
Got
left
it,
some
got it.
jokes for you guys. Yes.
Thank you, Patrick. You're a generous lover and comedic partner.
I know. Shut up. I know. That semen contained the potential to create fields of Wagyu beef, okay?
Mhm.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. This dude even had embryos ready for breeding.
Wow.
These, he was granted bail, and he will appear at Grafton local court this August. That is, unless he uses his underground animal jizz connections to flee Australia and make his way to a more renegade cattle country, like, I don't know, America.
Texas.
Yep.
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah, man. If he's got the embryos and the bull jizz, just come start a
Yeah, he's
ranch.
he can be
That's
a
what it's
rancher.
called, right?
Yeah.
A rancher. Yeah, exactly.
Come start a beef ranch, a little waggy beef ranch. Why do we
Waggy
like
beef
waggy
ranch.
beef?
Because it's got a lot of
Waggy
fat
beef.
in it. And it's tasty.
Is that it? It's just fat cows.
Yeah, that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
It's like foie gras
Yeah.
with cows.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The
Cool,
fat
cool.
just got everywhere. Yeah.
Uh,
Gross.
before we move on, I'm sorry, I meant to say this at the top of the show. Lean ad backwards, i.e. Daniel. Thank you
Sorry,
for
start
following.
over. Okay.
Thank you for following when we're off stream. Appreciate you. Anyway.
Nice.
Maybe they followed off stream so you wouldn't mention them during. They were embarrassed. They were like, I want to follow this, but I don't want anyone to know.
Oh my god.
And now you're
Well,
calling them out. All their coworkers are going to make fun of them again.
Listen, if you want to follow anonymously, you can't. You literally cannot.
Good luck, assholes.
Don't put your name. Don't use your name to decipher how to read your name.
Yeah, be sneakier.
It is, yeah. Be a little sneakier. Anagram that shit.
Sure. Or just make up some nonsense. Call yourself like a daddy's hungry
Oh,
baby.
no. I don't like any.
Okay. Okay.
So, guys, we now know that
Yeah.
Jim's alternate Twitch account is Daddy's Hungry Baby.
Without a
Yeah.
doubt. Yeah.
Without
That's
a doubt.
where I follow the really gross Twitch channels. The ones I'm embarrassed about.
That's his Gooner account.
Yep.
And if you've got a
Gooning
Gooner account,
around.
send it over here and smash that follow button.
Yeah. We won't judge.
Follow twice, baby.
follow
Subscribe
twice.
multiple times.
Daddy! I forgot that merely
Correct.
typing in daddy makes that happen.
I love that.
Anyway, if you want to know what the other commands are, they're down there on the screen.
Harold says he was voted Daddy's Hungry Baby. That was his high school superlative.
Wow.
Nice.
Amazing.
The best. I was voted most likely to be a regular guest on someone else's Twitch, which is weird because Twitch didn't exist when I was
Well, if that
They
isn't
voted
fate,
me.
I don't know what is.
right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Most likely to be the third most popular guy on a weird news channel. That's what I was. What is it, Eagleman? Whoa!
Wow.
Eagleman.
Oh, Eagleman.
Yeah, it's his
Saul
last name, right?
Eagleman. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Bob Eagleman. You guys keep mispronouncing it.
You know, you sounded like
Please leave my
another Chicago
family
icon.
alone.
Which one?
That's crazy. Bob Rohrman.
Bob
Do you-
Rohrman. Yeah,
Is he a
Yeah.
dinosaur?
He's a lion.
he's a lion.
Okay.
He's a car dealership lion. Bob
Love that.
Rohrman.
I love that a car dealership would be like, we're lying. Seems like something you would want to stay away from as a car dealer, you know?
You're not wrong.
Don't worry,
Does that
guys,
make
we're
them
lying
honest?
to you.
Wait, if you're honest about lying, does that make you honest, or does that make you?
Sometimes.
Makes you the most honest car dealer.
Occasionally. Right, yeah. As
Right.
opposed to guys who are lying about
Yeah,
lying.
I guess. But what if you're lying about telling the truth? But you can be honest about lying, and you're lying. But if you're honest, or if you're lying about telling the truth, then you're lying. I don't. There's no. I don't. It's weird.
It is weird. That's difficult to deal with.
Duchess, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad.
Yeah, well,
Pizza's in the right house.
I'm sorry, Duchess. I don't mean to call you out. I know typing is difficult, but food has be required is truly great.
That's
I'd say
pure
I yell that
excitement.
at least once a day,
Yeah.
man.
Food has be required. I'm assuming. I don't mean to copy edit. I'm assuming
What I say.
food
What
has
I say when
been
I'm too
acquired.
hungry and I'm
Me
mad.
Too, me so hungry is usually what I say.
Well, that's because you're daddy's hungry baby.
Damn it.
True. Speaking of my
Guys!
daddy's hungry baby, here's Jim.
It's not surprising that we have AI bands now. It's not even
God,
surprising
this
that
fucking
some of them are going to be relatively successful, like the Velvet Sundown here. A dumb AI band made up of 4 fake people one of whom is listed specifically as a Mellotron player, and another as a synth player. Goofy. It's also additionally wholly unsurprising that the kind of person who would choose to use AI to make music would make their band look like these dudes. Look at these dudes. It's 4 smug white guys. This is what some AI dork thinks that cool creative people look like. They can't even imagine someone being interesting. I love it.
That's every band I've ever been
Yeah,
in.
I mean,
4 smug white guys, dude.
No,
Whoa,
but look at these dudes.
Patrick.
Look at these dudes. Look at these dudes.
As
You're so
one of
much
the 4
cooler.
smug white guys,
Yeah.
I can attest, and
You're
Dio
way
as
cooler
the
than
other,
these dudes.
as the
These
third
fake
of
dudes.
those 4 smug white guys.
I was gonna say, as the other 3 smug white guys, Patrick. How
Yeah.
dare you? Why do they all look like they're modeled after fucking the worst Joker, fucking Jared Leto? They all
Leto?
Yeah,
look
they
like
are.
Yeah.
they're like carbon copies.
I would
Jared
like
Letos.
4 Jared Letos sitting around a poorly
No-
rendered reel
yeah.
of tape.
Nobody
please.
wants one Jared Leto. Why do we need 3 extras? Like, God.
You know. Extra culty or whatever.
Ugh. Ugh.
This band has released a bunch of surface level wind themed music that is fine if you don't care at all about what you're listening to. And that is the point. If we, as consumers of art, will accept whatever uninspired dreck gets pushed our way, then the available art will keep getting dreckier. It's the trajectory we have been on for years. The people who pay to create culture don't care about art. They care about holding your focus for as little money as possible. Right now, that means asking machines to pull apart all of recorded history, find the most common, laziest choices, and replicate them ad nauseum, slowly pushing all of culture towards a gentle thrum. A benign static that questions nothing, asserts no ideas, conveys absolutely nothing of human emotion. The heat death of art, if you will. It's not new to AI. It's anything that's designed to be consumed by as wide an audience as possible. Imagine you're driving somewhere with friends, trying to find something that everyone in the car can jam out to. You have to think of the coolest thing that appeals to your lamest friend, the smartest song that your dumbest friend will enjoy. Expand that to a mass market. Now it has to be the coolest thing that the lamest person in America can accept. What's that? Beyonce. Beyonce is what that is.
Wow.
Oasis is what that
Coming
is.
Wow,
for
how
Queen.
fucking dare you?
Coldplay is what that is.
Coming
And
for
if record
Queen Bee.
executives
Coldplay, okay.
Yeah,
can get
Coldplay.
Coldplay style music
Wow.
without paying anybody, that's what they're gonna do. All of this is to say, listen to weird music, guys. Put your money into indie games. Watch movies with small budgets. Hone your taste. Figure out what appeals to you specifically. Don't pay people to enforce cultural hegemony. Respect yourselves and demand what you deserve.
I mean,
Yeah,
amen, brother. But
yeah.
I think you need
I wanted to agree with everything you said, but you
Yeah.
fucking dragged Beyonce
I
through the
know,
mud like
for
that, and I
real.
hated
That's not a drag.
that.
She's the coolest person that the lamest person in America can say is cool.
No,
That's not bad.
No, that's Taylor Swift.
Yes,
Sure, yeah,
exactly.
same.
No,
They're
actually,
the same.
Actually, no. That's
No.
they're not. Firstly,
Yeah.
secondly, that's actually Katy Perry. I've honed in.
Sure.
Katy Perry is the coolest
Yeah.
person, the
It's
lamest person.
Actually, JoJo Siwa.
Oh,
If you don't know who
I,
that is.
I don't know who that is, but I bet you're correct.
You're a very lucky person.
Yeah. Erasure of black culture over here. I know, George. Are you hearing this right now? Good God.
Don't simp for billionaires.
How dare you
I
talk
agree.
about the queen
No,
like
no,
this?
I'm-
Screw off. There are better black cultures to get into.
True. True.
Okay.
I believe you're talking about co-worker music. Exactly. That is correct.
Coworker music.
Co-worker
Yeah,
music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Don't do it. Don't go down that road. Put your money into cooler shit. Figure yourselves out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, figure yourselves out, guys. Like, good thing to do, and it's a work in progress, a lifelong
And an
journey.
ethical imperative. It is a moral imperative to figure out your own taste in things, because otherwise you allow for AI bans.
That's true.
And then I found Doom Country. Hell yeah. Hell, giddy up, Doom spiraling. No, listen, we all like the potato chip culture sometimes in small doses,
Sure.
but that should not be the things you sustain yourself or identify with. I'm just going to go ahead and say that that's my mode of operation here. Yeah, some basic stuff is good.
Sure. It is
Yeah.
specifically designed to be inoffensive to you.
Yeah.
So of course it is.
I think
Of course some of it's fun.
I think the problem is the mindset that in order for things to be successful, they have to reach a broad audience is the problem, and not necessarily things that a broad audience likes is the problem.
I think those two things are so intertwined.
No, but I don't think like that it's necessarily true that a broad audience is going to like the least challenging things. I think that a broad audience is like the design of our culture now by the people who are in charge of it is that it is the least challenging thing. And so like that cuz I do think like there were times in history where like things we would consider elevated art forms did have mass appeal and were broadly seen as like interesting and like being intellectually stimulating was like part of the mass appeal. I think that's gone away. That's what I'm saying. I think we don't put a primacy on like challenging media as a thing that people should experience. You know?
And I think that that's by design. I think that people are worried any challenge cuts out some of your audience. Right? Any assertion of any opinion cuts out some of your audience.
I think
so. In order to make a thing appeal to the most people it can, it has to just be broadly inoffensive and fine.
No. We're talking past each other. I'm not disagreeing with that statement. I'm saying that the people who make that decision, who have made that cultural arithmetic, have decided the only way to be broadly appealing is to be inoffensive. That's the decision that they made. I'm saying that they don't have to make that decision. You can make something that's challenging, and it could be broadly appealing. I don't think one necessitates. I don't think they're completely golfed.
But
I
that's
think
not
it's harder.
easy, Dio.
Exactly. It's not easy.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. And what I'm saying is that the people who are in charge, the people with the money, want to take the easiest, least expensive path to your time.
Yeah.
And that's what leads to AI bans.
And Taylor Swift.
And,
yes.
Yeah. And also, and like, listen, the machine of culture making has been a race to the bottom for decades. Like AI is just the
and I'm
the
saying we're all
extension.
culpable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Nobody's arguing with you, Jim. No, we're all part of the problem. Yeah. He said, about to go shoot a documentary.
Dio and I are not a part of the problem. I gotta clue you into this awesome punk band called God Awful Mess. You're gonna love their songs.
I'm the biggest predator. I'm the coolest carnivore. I'm the baddest dinosaur. I'm a T-Rex.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Stegosaurus wants to fight.
I'll kill him with a single bite. Does he know who the
there
fuck
you go.
I am? Do you think I did?
Those are that lyrical genius, dude.
For sure.
Lyrical fucking genius.
I'm going to be on my fucking deathbed, and that's going to be my final fucking thoughts.
That's what's going on your gravestone, dude.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down right now to put on your gravestone.
Fuck. Golly, that's dark. Anyway. No, never mind. I'm not going to talk about the more problematic of our ditties.
Speaking of dark, this dark thing was found under a home when it was destroyed for a renovation. Turns out it was an ancient tomb.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want that.
During a routine, dude, absolutely. During a routine demolition job for a reconstruction project, a Syrian contractor discovered some Indiana Jones-like stone openings that led to a whole-ass ancient Byzantine tomb complex. The tomb is believed to be more than 1,500 years old, and it contained 2 separate burial chambers.
What?
Ooh,
yeah.
2 for the price of 1.
Each chamber contained 6 stone tombs. So that's a total of 12.
Wow.
And each chamber had the sign of the cross etched into the stone column. That's two crosses.
So many 1,500-year-old dead guys.
Ooh, that means Dracula's.
Dracula's. It's true.
It
Why
could
else would
very
you put
well
a
mean
cross?
that.
This is
Yeah.
definitely a Dracula's situation.
Yep.
I can think of
well-
no one else to whom the cross pertains.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, our Dracula came down from hell and saved us so that we can
Down from hell, up above.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Praise be to Dracula. Yeah.
Praise
Agreed,
be
agreed.
to the son of Satan, Dracula.
Yeah. So, no word on whether a god artifact or a horrible face-melting curse is also contained inside the tomb.
Shit.
Or
But
Dracula.
time and Harrison Ford will tell us soon enough.
Begrudgingly.
It is definitely expected that this secret basement that was lost to time will increase the value of the soon-to-be renovated house's listing on Zillow, though, so that's
Oh, for
a
sure.
plus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's true. Those renovators are like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Give me a show on HGTV.
Oh
Ancient
my
Yeah.
God.
Tombs.
That so would be a show. Sell this tomb.
Yeah.
We're knocking
I mean,
down
dude.
this engraved cross and putting in a backsplash.
Uh-oh, the Draculas have been released.
That's
Gotta
all I
bring-
got to say about that, Dio. so.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, we can go back to the
It's short and sweet, that
Gotta
one.
bring in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
Dracula guy.
Yeah.
We got our
Oh,
Dracula
man, I wanna
guy
have
here,
a
Ben.
Dracula
He's
guy.
so
Yeah.
dependable.
You don't
Oh,
have
my
a
God.
Dracula guy? Wait a minute. If you're not my Dracula guy, then who is?
If you're a tomb flipper, you gotta have a Dracula guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
For anyone wondering, I did just, for no reason at all, sheer boredom and maybe masochism, put a fucking Malort candy in my mouth during that story. So
Why?
I don't fucking know. To feel something. To feel something after Jim's
Oh.
story about the death of the monoculture. And
I
No,
get
it's
that.
it's aspirational. We just have work to
he really puts the ass in aspirational, Jim.
That's my goal as a human, I think. Put
God,
more ass in things.
I'm dying. So bad.
Well, speaking of dead things.
Oh?
Oh?
Guys, 26-year-old Julio Cesar Bermejo of Puno,
Yeah.
Peru, wanted his friends to meet his girlfriend Juanita. It's a little bit of a weird relationship. She moved in with his father 30 years ago. He's 26. And as for as,
Oh.
for as long as he can remember, they've slept in a room together, slowly moving towards a relationship that he describes as spiritual. But regardless of how they met, guys, his friends were interested in finally meeting her. So he packed her up into the insulated box that he used as a
No.
delivery driver
Oh,
and hoofed it over to the
Nope.
park to meet up with his
No.
friends. And here she is, Juanita, a mummified
Ugh.
45-year-old biological male who experts speculate died between 600 and 800 years ago.
Wow.
Bermejo is in custody while authorities decide what it's worth charging him with, but there's no word on how disappointed his father is.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
We don't know where he got her, his dad. Presumably from the Andes.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Is she like one of those the like sacrifices they used to do up in the mountains where they just like drug a poor woman and leave her there?
Well, he's biologically a male, so probably lived as a man while he was alive.
Right.
We don't know.
Gotcha.
Um, But also, he was. They say he was about 45 when they died,
Wow.
so probably lived to a ripe old age, and was mummified for some reason.
Don't say 45 is a ripe old age, please.
Yeah.
We'll all be lucky to make it to 45.
It's true, we will, but
Oh, that is true.
especially if I keep eating these fucking candies. Oh
Uh,
You put another one in your mouth.
no, just a one. They linger.
He's on his 5th Malort candy.
Right.
Dio, hand him to me. Yeah, Drop it into my armpit. Thank you. I've got it secured.
You guys have got this space work on lock.
You know, I don't know why I actually dropped it. I could have just went and put it back on my desk, but I dropped it because that's my commitment to shitty comedy.
It's good though. It's good though.
Oh God!
That you dropped them on the floor and that you no longer have them at hand.
Let the
That's good.
lords hit the floor. Let the lords hit the floor.
lords hit
Let
the
the
floor.
lords hit the.
Ooh.
George suggests that he was probably a
Ooh.
person of high status or high regard, which is probably true. I guess they didn't mummify everybody.
Nice, nice, nice.
He was just handed over to authority, so we don't. They haven't done that much research on him yet.
Yeah, no, sorry, I got confused when you were what you know, because they have there's a famous mummy that's like very intact of a young woman who was sacrificed, and they like clearly like drugged her and she was put up there. It was like one of those things where they like ritualistically
Did they drug her enough that you
celebrate
can
her?
grind up her mummy bones and snort them and get high? Because otherwise, I'm not going to make a movie about it.
I mean, never stop the British, right? So
Yeah.
regardless of how much or little they were drugged. It's true. I did
true.
used to work at the Oriental Institute, yes. It's now called the Isaac because calling something the Oriental Institute is really outdated.
Is it not cool anymore?
No.
Weird.
No.
It wasn't cool
the
when I worked
article-
there either in 2006 or 2010.
In the article
Strange.
I was working off, they were definitely like, he calls her Juanita, but she was a 45-year-old man, a gay.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. You're like,
Calm
all right,
down there,
cool.
folks.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, dead bodies don't. This might be my hardest take. Dead bodies don't have a gender.
Yeah, or their gender doesn't really matter. Certainly once
Yeah.
they're mummified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no performative
Yeah.
shit going
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yep.
Anyway,
All right. Canceled.
see you later.
Yep.
You're right.
But
You're
just a side note, Dio,
Uh-huh.
I really did love that incredibly moist drowning pool scream
right. Thank you.
that you did. That sounded like you were literally drowning in a pool. That was pretty
Yeah.
righteous. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
could ever redo that. I don't know if I could ever do that again. So
It was the Malort candy, I think.
It's
You
really
got
It-
it.
was.
oh yeah, you were
Which I-
salivating for your life.
I could hear it.
Yeah.
I could hear
Yeah.
how bad it tastes.
yeah, it's a defense mechanism. I emit a weird goo whenever my body comes, wherever and whenever my body comes in contact with Malort. Ugh.
Well,
Like
Yeah.
what are those gross fish that kind of look like eels, but they like exude enormous amounts of slime?
Is it a lungfish? I want to say lungfish.
Is it a lungfish? It might be a
Lungfish?
I want to say it's a
is it a
lungfish.
goo fish?
We'll
Just
look it
like a
up.
lungfish. dude.
I think it's a lungfish. No, maybe super gooey fish. Hold on, I'm gonna search. Super
Duchess, if you
gooey
don't get a
fish.
100% of your fee back, like
Yeah, right?
Right.
you do not pay for that pizza at this
No.
point.
Well, it's not a pizza anymore. Now it's burgers with the wrong. No, chicken nuggets with the wrong.
Oh, it's
sauce.
chicken nuggets?
Something like
Oh, you gave up on the
blobfish?
pizza?
Is it a blobfish?
It's
no,
not a
Blobfish?
Blobfishes are blobby in their personal presentation, but there's
Yeah.
some fish that just like exudes an enormous amount. Like you pick it up and it's just like slime, and then you
Mhm.
can't hold it anymore.
Yeah, I've seen.
Pretty good.
I've seen this, but I don't know what it's called.
Somebody know, guys. Tell us in chat
Yeah.
what the slimiest fish.
Where
What's
are
the slimiest
fishologists?
fish?
Yeah. What's the fish that goos?
Some fish that sells used cars.
The fish that
Slimiest
goos. It's Victor, the
Oh,
fish that goos.
the cuttlefish on Odorous Orungus.
Oh yeah, the
Hagfish. Thank you. It's a
Hagfish.
hagfish.
Nice. Well done.
Chat.
Or the
Like
cookie
Duchess
source.
specifically, but also chat generally.
Or the cookie saurus.
And
Yeah.
cookie. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
You're gross too, bud. You're
Yeah,
gross.
you're slimy as well, buddy.
George, don't even say it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you say it, he might be summoned.
It's too real for me. I live in
Yeah.
Texas.
I know. Yes, truly.
Don't say it 3 times. Yeah.
Certainly.
That's how
Come
we
out
get
of your
summoned.
screen.
Yeah, if somebody says
Yeah.
Ted Cruz into a mirror 3 times.
You said it. That's twice it's happened on your stream now. Be
He
careful.
appears in Cancun.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I was gonna say he comes back from a Cancun vacation.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh my god. I fucking.
Wow.
I fucking hate this reality.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
starting to
my
realize why I keep putting the malorts in my mouth.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm not doing it.
Well,
I'm
you
not
know what?
I don't
Speaking
know.
of coming back from vacation,
Oh,
please.
please.
Bigfoot. He's back from Argentina training.
Finally.
Wow.
He's been seen in New Hampshire.
Oh hell yeah, I know that place.
That's the actual picture that was taken of what they believe is Bigfoot.
Where
That's a
in New
pretty
Hampshire?
clear
Definitely a
Bigfoot picture.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean think?
Well,
Next thing
nothing's
they're gonna
for
s-
certain.
Yeah. Next thing they're gonna say, I think that's a river. I think those are
Looks like a
grasses
river.
there. I think that's a
I didn't
word
mean to
balloon.
trigger. I'm sorry.
I think that's a word balloon in that photo. I think he's saying,
That
just
is
let me wash my
yeah.
balls in peace.
Yeah. That's all he wants, honestly.
What are we talking
For
about?
sure.
Think. Yeah.
Well, it seems that Bigfoot has finished his training in Argentina, guys, and he's made his way back stateside. A couple was hiking in New Hampshire when they saw the unmistakable form of Bigfoot in a nearby river, drinking from it and washing the old fur. They snapped a picture, seen in this thumbnail, of Sasquatch either drinking, grabbing a potential fish lunch, or bending over for a nice river shit. Who knows? It heard the 2 voyeurs taking pictures without its permission and rightfully fled.
Correct.
Yeah, the 2 hikers hastily made their way out of the hiking trail and posted their picture to the internet to be torn apart by ridiculous skeptics that apparently have no room for magic and mystery in their tiny, dry, dark hearts.
Yeah, for real. God,
That's
Yeah.
a great Bigfoot pick. I don't know why anyone.
I-
It's
yeah,
one of
for
my
real.
favorites,
It's
yeah.
the best one I've seen in a long time.
Me too. Listen, sure the pic is blurry. Sure it could totally be a dude in an ape suit.
No,
But it couldn't.
Shut up.
I'm just listen. Sure, it could be,
These.
but couldn't it just as likely be Bigfoot taking some much-needed R&R after some intense training for an
Correct.
upcoming cryptid-related 5K?
Yeah.
Listen.
Open your minds to the possibilities, people, and they might just turn into realities.
I'm just saying, you can't give these unimaginative fucks any ideas, okay, that
No.
it's not a Bigfoot, all right? They need to stop imagining
Dude.
things and see the Bigfoot.
Patrick, do you
Those,
know where? in New
let me tell you,
Hampshire?
I'm not. What was that?
Do you know where in New Hampshire it was? Just curious as a former
it's
New
in the
Hampshire
picture.
boy.
That
Yeah.
place, that river.
Oh yeah, that river.
No.
That river, New Hampshire.
Yeah. And Dio, just to I'm not giving them ideas. This is the same bullshit they've been spewing for years. Oh, it's blurry. Oh, it's a person in an ape suit. You know,
I just
those
don't
are
think that
real
picture looks
titties.
like-
You know,
It
I
doesn't
mean,
look
it's
like
it's all the
July
same.
in New Hampshire. That's my confusion.
Are you saying it's not New Hampshire? You doubter?
I'm just saying that picture looks like maybe it's from
There's-
somewhere else.
Oh, maybe New Hampshire doesn't even exist, Jim. Maybe it's not real, Jim.
No, New Hampshire's real.
No.
New Hampshire people are real. We're all from New Hampshire.
I am totally a human man from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. New Hampshire. I was gonna quibble a little bit, Patrick, about one of your descriptions. You said like a
What's that?
A night. What was it? What was the word you used to describe the river shit? Relaxing, nice. Something.
Yeah, nice little river shit.
Are we?
Blissed out river shit.
Is
Chilly hangout.
is
river
it that
shit.
good?
It's bending over for a
shit
nice
in a
river
river?
shit. What?
Are river shits nice? I don't know.
Have you not
Well,
done
just-
a river shit to you?
Have you ever walked
No.
along a beach as the tide came in and out?
think it
And
depends
it's
on
mesmerizing.
I
It's
mean, I
nice.
pooped in a
Imagine
bathtub
just sitting
once.
ankle.
Does that count?
It's different.
Less nice.
That's
less nice.
yeah, no, dude. That
Frankly,
water's just
grosser.
sitting there. Yeah, it is much grosser.
Oh yeah, no. I quickly discovered.
You're in a river.
You
it's
gotta heel
moving.
stomp it
the
down
sounds,
the hole.
sights.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. And just watching it majestically flow down the river. After
Yeah,
you're
dude.
done.
I think like a whitewater river shit would be not chill. You know, that'd be maybe enthralling, but maybe terrifying.
Mm. But
And
then
you
But, like,
face
that
the
looks like
river
a
as it's flowing
pleasant
away from
flowing
you. So
river.
as you lay down the brown trout, it swims away in front of you between your legs and down the stream, majestically.
A
Yeah.
face down river, so it
You-
floats off.
all right,
in your
now
field
Ex-
of view.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got
By the way,
technique
I
from the
looked into
masters.
it, and this picture was taken west of Mount Washington
Okay.
in
Okay.
in New Hampshire.
I'm
Remember that.
skeptical. Skeptical about where that picture.
Uh-oh. Old
It
just
behind
skeptical
the-
Jim.
It's the
In
thing is all
Vermont.
the yellow grass. The yellow grass feels like late fall in New Hampshire event.
Well,
But
Jim.
maybe it's an old picture. Maybe,
Well,
maybe it's
Jim.
from.
It's
last
natural.
September.
Everybody knows New Hampshire is covered in sepia tones.
Yeah.
Just the
At
moment
all
you walk in,
times.
all times.
It is always the fall in New Hampshire.
That's right. It's always a fucking
You know,
what's his nuts movie? Fuck.
Stephen King.
No, the pretentious guy who lives here. Oh my god, Terry.
Jeff
no,
Nichols.
no. Quickly name other pretentious people that live here.
Terrence.
Terrence Malick. That's the
Howard.
one.
Terrence
That's
Malick.
why I said Terry. That's right.
Yeah.
Fucking Terrence Malick movie.
That was
That's-
what Keaton.
we got
was
there in the
Terrence.
end. Yes. All right. That was a joke for you and me. Anyway.
Yep.
Old
sit in
Keaton.
that, enjoy it, boys.
Ah,
That's
d-
for you too.
Sit in it like a tub of your own feces.
Like a poopy river.
Yep.
Great. Cool and great. Oh wait, shit.
Guys, I have a Bigfoot story. And this one, Dio,
Uh-oh.
video.
I'm all right. All right. I'm on it, Jim.
If we could pull that up.
I'm pulling it up.
What I want, I think, with this is well, you could punch in on me and we can play the video here. And then, and I'll
Sound or no
respond
sound?
after. Sound, please. Sound, please.
Okay. This is weird to watch news within the news segment.
Yeah.
Guys, could we pause it? Could we pause it, Dio?
Yeah.
Did you hear a joke? Ha ha ha. Get it? It's a Bigfoot festival and they're taking a big step as a wedding. It's a slant pun, guys. It's a conceptual rhyme. It's the kind of joke that a child makes before they learn to distinguish order from chaos. Because getting Christian married by a Bigfoot is so amusing. Imagine a wedding officiated by the neo-pagan god Pan, who incidentally was first worshipped by 19th century British aristocracy. Any news coverage would be about the protests if people were getting married by the neo-pagan god Pan. But Bigfoot's a joke that a child would write. Sorry. I'm just got a little heated. We can, you can play it. Let's play it.
I really thought this was going to be a puff piece, but
Oh, start
God
over with
damn,
sound.
the
Start
venom.
over with sound. They can't hear it.
I know.
They don't even know what I'm reacting to.
I know.
Big
It's great.
step.
It's really good.
My bad. Start over, Jim.
Right foot. Get it, guys?
Got it.
Chrissy Chafin and Ron Howes join us now to tell us about their upcoming wedding.
Are all the cryptid festivals just in West Virginia?
Yes,
Yes.
all the cryptids are in West Virginia.
Great to see
All
you
right.
all. Congrats on the engagement, and I really don't know where to begin with this, other than how did you?
Oh,
come
you
up
have
with
sound.
a
It's just kind of
Bigfoot
low,
wedding?
Joyce.
Well, do you want to start with that or should I?
You tell it better.
Okay.
You know what, Dio? Pause it again. Pause it again.
Oh god. All right.
Sorry.
Let me play it again for the
Officiating
people.
the
Okay.
ceremony. Great to
Oh, it's
see
super
you all.
quiet.
Congrats on the engagement, and I really don't know
Thank
where
you.
to begin with this other than how did you come up with a Bigfoot wedding?
Well, do you want to start with that or should I?
You tell it better.
Stop it.
Okay.
Who the goddamn are these people? They're getting married by Bigfoot? This spontaneous outgrowth of Mormon culture? These soft serve egg white giggle pusses? They went to a Bigfoot festival ironically. They met and they fell in love ironically. This marriage is a joke, guys. On their deathbeds, these two will turn to one another and say, "Can you believe we did that?" And then giggle their final gigs. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry about these people, and I'm sorry about how mad I am. It's fine. Let's play the video.
Smaller, Jim.
Let's play
I'm
the
making him
video.
smaller. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm sorry I made him so big and got you so mad.
It's fine. It's not your fault. Just
It started with me as a sighting as a child and got very interested in Bigfoot, and over the years being a private researcher. And just a few years ago, I went public about what I had witnessed in the woods. And
I want to
became
make a joke
speaker,
here, but I don't want to
and
ruin Jim's.
wait,
what
stop it
happened
again.
with
Stop it
me
again,
as
DM.
Okay,
speaker.
all right, all right.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I need to apologize. This man witnessed something in the woods. I've been so wrong about these people. I'm judging them on their wholesomeness. I thought they were normcore. I thought they were being cool and ironic, but they're actually just time transplants. They exist in a time parallel 1978. They're about to lambaste, I assume, the segment host for being so flippant about them not only having met a Bigfoot, but having befriended it. Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching.
Was my love of Bigfoot and the motorcycle world. I
Okay.
developed this character called Biker Bigfoot. And
Okay,
I wrote
wait,
into
stop
a
it.
show,
Dio! Stop it again.
came
trying.
very
I'm
good
so
friends with
sorry.
one of
I'm
the-
trying. I can't stop it. Okay, here we go.
I love this guy. Christy Chafin, get out of here. Not everyone's had their shot with Biker Bigfoot yet. Stop. Go. You play it. Play it.
I'm not, hold on. I'm just gonna pause it for a second, Jim, because I didn't know you were in this news story.
Wow.
Neither did I.
different people, started going around to different events and telling my story, which
Oh my
is
God.
also a story of hope and help, because I developed a page called Believe in Yourself, Fight Against PTSD. So I use my costume, my character, to
Okay.
bring the cause
All right.
Just giving him
out
a
to
handy
the
underneath
public
the camera.
and make the awareness of this.
Wow.
So
You're so
as I'm
brave.
going to these shows, little did I know that she's at these same shows. And one time we were at the same show, and I was help promoting it, and our tents got put next to each other.
Thank you, Dave. And Dave.
And that's all it took. That
Guys,
is
stop it. Stop it, Thea.
fantastic.
Guys, this is the story of a guy who loves being Biker Bigfoot and a lady who fell in love with Biker Bigfoot. This isn't making light of Bigfoot. I've been misled. This anchor is cleverly using Bigfoot as the ally that he is to run a human interest story on a furry wedding. That's what this is. This is
Yep.
heartwarming, and I wish the best to everyone involved, but I'm still not forgiving the big step joke. That was dumb.
Now,
That was a
I have
bad
heard It was
joke.
at the West Virginia
You can
Festival.
stop. It's enough.
Okay, because I was getting really
He's like,
concerned.
so the bit's over.
Yeah, I was getting really concerned about how long this 5-minute video was taking to get through.
That
We're done. We're done.
So this
I
is
like this. Yeah.
yeah. There, you went on an arc there, bud.
Yeah, that was a real journey, man.
It was a real. I wouldn't call it a hero's journey, but it was a journey. Yeah,
It was someone's
it
journey.
was somebody's journey, a guy's journey.
Some dude's journey. That's fucking motorcycle Bigfoots.
Guys, this
Hell
should be inspiration for all the researchers out there who one day, if you come up with an interesting enough bit, involving
Right?
your research, you might find a
might find
lady who's
A
into
very sweet lady.
research. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but he's like, he was like, I was at these things and I didn't know she was there, which makes me suspect that she's also dressed up at the. I think they're both.
What's her character's name?
That they don't say.
Beauty Bigfoot,
Yeah.
Baker,
Sassy Bigfoot.
there you
Scooter
go.
Bigfoot. I don't know.
Scooter, yeah. Scooter Bigfoot is just a rascal.
She has a cane and a rascal, and she yells at people.
Yeah. Cottagecore Bigfoot.
Cottagecore,
it's true.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
right.
for
That
sure.
is right. I swear she looks at him as her fix-him project. Do you think?
No, she
I
loves
don't
him as
know.
he is. I don't think she even loves him that much when he's out of the costume. I think she loves him as Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That is what I got. from
Again, you
Bigfoot.
couldn't see underneath the mid chest of that
where they're wearing furry pants from the waist down.
He's got the Bigfoot, the specialty Bigfoot costume that he only wears for date nights with her. And let me tell you, they have a great night.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Right?
Sounds like a good time. I mean, honestly, leather.
I have come here
Oh
to
my
chew
God!
bubblegum and kick ass.
Harold with the gifted sub.
And I'm all
Oh,
out of
saving Duchess from the ads.
Well
Harold,
done.
you're a
Well
gentleman.
Harold, I'll let you choose. Do you want this off-brand Malort that I
Wait,
have?
Off-brand
off-brand-
Malort.
What does that mean?
It says Malort. It's right.
Does it?
It says Malort. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I see it.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Or I'll do one of the candies.
Trollum.
I could do both.
Yeah.
Trollum. Yeah, that's right. Man, we should make a trollum.
Delicious trollum.
Trolam.
Full of worms and wood.
Yeah. Off-brand Malort deal.
This is gross. This is awful.
Tonight's the night your dad fights you. Troll him. Turns taste foes into taste friends. Troll him.
Wow.
All right. Well, cheers.
No. No.
Doesn't look upset enough.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
upset
tasted
enough,
that through the Wi-Fi.
but
That's awful.
it is sickeningly sweet.
That's something.
I have
Okay.
destroyed my taste buds with Malort, so
Yeah.
anything that's like past one spoonful of sugar in a coffee is disgustingly sweet for me. So
Wow.
also, it's got a terrible.
It's like having
aftertaste.
newborn taste buds again.
Yeah. Ugh,
Baby tongue.
not
Baby
into,
tongue Dio.
not into it. That's what they called me.
Daddy's baby tongue.
Daddy's baby tongue. Complicated bouquet indeed. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Yeah. Onto my next one because I have nowhere to segue. So you guys are-
On to the next
this
one of
one-
this shit.
This one comes with a video link as well, Dio.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Do you know we're
That's
like
right,
watching
we're-
a whole ass video
I'm
later?
already
too?
mad.
Listen, Dio. You didn't do the news, which is fine, but we still got to make you work during the news.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
This is really
Gotta give you extra job.
it's that's right.
Yeah. So the video link is that it's marked with a nice little arrow for you that leads to Twitter. That's right, vertical
Oh, I
video,
see.
baby. It's actually it's a 1-to-1 or it's a nice square. You get it'll be perfect. Remember
Oh.
when we used to have Jesus?
Sorry.
No,
want it- do you want it
spooky
on
stuff happens
now?
on the show sometime. Yeah. I think we should watch it first.
Got it. Can
I'd like everyone to kind of see what this is. It is a woman who's captured an unidentified falling object on video.
Oh, there we
That
go.
works.
No. We got to see Patrick. We got to get Patrick in there. No. All right. Well, all right. We don't want to watch the video then. All right. I see what you're doing there. All right. Okay.
The effort.
Oh my God. Are we in fucking Israel? What the fuck am I looking at? Jesus.
That's clearly a hammerhead shark.
That definitely. Sorry. I thought I was about to get TOS. I thought I was watching bombs coming down. Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's scary, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty scary. Well, what is it? Is it a government Amazon drone? A plane piloted by a white male crashing?
Nice.
A hammerhead shark being dropped by a bird of prey
Yes!
onto unsuspecting disc golfers?
Oh my God.
In America? It could have honestly been any of those things.
Fucking.
But none of that
callback.
mattered to Pembroke resident and 20-something Colleen McCormick when she saw the object plummeting from the sky. As if driven by instinct, she pulled out her phone and recorded an 8-second vertical video for all of us to see and help improve her social media algorithm.
Correct.
My heart was pounding, she said. I'm like, oh God, what is about to happen right now?
I'm
Now,
like,
whether
oh
she-
gosh, what is going on there? What's happening? What's falling there from the sky there?
Whether she thought she might be in danger from this object or was simply speculating on her video's viral potential is still unclear. But there were no reports of crashes or debris in the area by local police or fire departments. Also, as several people have pointed out, it kind of looks just like a medical helicopter flying away from Kelleen's location and out of
No
sight,
way.
and that her perspective merely made it seem as if it was falling. I'm personally a little upset that aliens weren't even mentioned during the speculation.
Yeah, what
not
the
even
fuck?
once.
Wow.
But let's look at the video again with all the information we've gathered and see what we think it is. It's blinking like a helicopter.
But it's cascading down from the sky.
Yeah, I know.
You're
that's,
right.
That's definitely
Like a Dracula.
Yeah,
Like
it's Dracula.
No one mentioned Dracula. I think you might have cracked it.
Dracula.
That's
me.
Dracula
I mean, I
coming
know-
down from heaven or hell, like
Yeah,
you said.
that's right,
He
coming
comes
down
down
from hell.
from hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, I know it's July, but I'm pretty
Do you?
sure that's a jolly old Saint Nick on fire on a crash course with someone naughty. Like that. That is Santa Claus
Ooh, day
re-entering
drinking
the
Santa
atmosphere.
Claus. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think Santa Claus got some anti-DEI reindeer, and they can't fly the sleigh anymore.
On Chad, on Stanley. Yeah.
Yeah. On Thad, on Chad, on Brad. That is interesting. All right.
Nah.
Wait, so what's the verdict? What is our final verdict? I don't know.
Dracula.
Dracula. Okay. All right.
Dracula. That's what I'm going with.
Clearly,
It's Dracula or Drunk Santa. It's one of those two, nothing else.
Descending
That's
down
right.
from hell. Either way, they're descending down from hell.
True.
Right.
We
And
all know-
everyone
we all know
knows
that's where Santa lives.
Santa's a Dracula. I don't know if you guys know this.
Yeah.
Santa's clearly
That's
a
why
Dracula.
he only comes out at night.
Correct. Yeah.
That's why you have to invite him into your home by hanging a stocking, or else he
Mhm.
won't come in. He has to be
Mhm.
invited because he's a Dracula.
Yeah.
That's why you have to leave him a cup of blood
And cookies.
and cookies,
And
obviously.
cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
I love this show so much, you guys.
Or
It's such a good
a
time.
Dracula? A Dracula, you say?
it's a Dragula. It's a Dragula. There it is.
What
Guys,
is the show?
archaeologists have dated this tool
Oh.
found in a cave in Poland. It was found in 1985, but they used
I've-
to think it was around 20,000 years old. And recently, they've redated it. Sorry.
Nope. I'm just going to interrupt you for a half-formed jokes about dating
Great.
tools. No, and
We all
leave it
date
at that.
tools sometimes.
Yeah, everybody does it
It's
once
happened.
in a while. Yep, it's happened. Anyway,
Chad, Thad, Brad. They've now dated it to around 40,000 years ago. That is 20 times the number of years that we have even bothered to number, or 7 times as many if you're Jewish. It is carved from a mammoth's tusk, and according to researchers, would have flown when thrown, unlike presumably some other mysterious ancient
Yeah.
tools they found that would not fly if you threw them.
Yeah.
yeah, wait a
But
minute.
would,
Wait
but
a
would
minute.
not have come back to the thrower. According to
Yeah,
Dr.
okay.
Sarah Talamo of the University of Bologna, Italy, that's how I'm saying it.
Uh-huh.
It is the oldest boomerang in the world. Excuse me, Dr. Sarah Talamo. It's a boomerang? This throwable tusk from Poland that isn't Australian, that doesn't come back? Do words mean anything to scientists? It's cool that it's old, but come on, guys. A boomerang? A boomerang?
all right. You're right.
A
You're
boomerang?
He's got a point there.
He does. No, well, so does the boomerang.
The boomerang, Theo?
Yep.
It has 2 points,
hmm
and they do not return.
I mean, a boomerang, if used in the ancient way, also would not return.
Yeah, it does.
It's a hunting tool. It's supposed to hit the thing.
Right. Right, but if you miss the thing, it
it's
comes
supposed to
back.
come
That's the point.
Close-ish to the back. No.
Right.
No, Jim. That's the point there. Okay.
No! That's the point of that throwing club made of a mammoth tusk.
Are you saying that because it's
Throwing
not
club, love it.
because it's
I'm
not
saying flying in a circle is definitional to a boomerang.
is that
That's my
true?
assertion.
I,
That's what
that's
I'm
how I
saying.
define a
All right,
boomerang.
all right.
Right, what do you think a boomerang is, Dio? Just anything you could fucking throw at a bird?
A channel
Just
that plays
literally
old
anything you could
cartoons.
throw at a bird?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Yeah, dude, I throw boomerangs all the time. There's boomerangs lying on the ground. I pick them up. I throw them.
Chuck
Hit
them
the-
at the river, they
Chuck 'em at
skip
birds.
across
Yeah,
it.
They skip across. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do?
Dumb.
I throw it at power converters. I throw them at transformers. No? All right. Fuck it.
Guys, I have one more.
Oh,
Before we move on, one
Ooh,
more
a little
vidya.
gift.
a little
A little
extra.
vidya.
A little
A little
extra
bonus
gin.
vidya for you guys. Guys, this is an incredible
Whoa.
video of a UFO in Alberta, Canada.
Yes, thank you.
Do we play it in your close-up? Do you want to play it in your close-up?
Play it anywhere, I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
Check out this UFO. Here it is. Look at it. Look at it.
What is it?
This is
It's going
it's
for
a
a long
UFO.
time.
A ball of light hovers over a field,
It's like a fireball,
Right?
but not really. It's the wrong color.
and this couple from Rich Valley, Alberta, was mesmerized.
After a
This couple from
rather
Alberta caught it.
vicious lightning strike, we saw the ball of fire kind of
Okay,
retain,
hold on.
I don't
I'm gonna
know,
pause
UFO?
for a
20.
second.
What?
I've never seen a more
A cuter Canadian couple.
Are they Canadian? I thought they were
Yeah, dude, Alberta,
Australian.
Canada.
Alberta.
I didn't read. I don't read these. Okay.
That's okay,
I
you don't
watch
have to.
video. I
20
don't
feet
read.
above the ground.
The cell phone video was captured an hour
Hovering about
northwest
30
of
feet
Edmonton
above
by
the
Ed
ground,
and Melinda Party.
glowing.
It shows the ball of light for about 20 seconds
Oh, that's
before it
rad.
disintegrates.
Wild, right?
They were under a
that's
tornado watch and experiencing
That's
a
ball
thunderstorm
lightning,
Wednesday
right?
evening when they saw
It's a
this
UFO.
about a kilometer
I mean,
away
it
from
is
their
a
home.
UFO, but that's,
Yeah, it's moving horizontally
UFO.
above the ground.
That-
Incredibly bright,
that's,
too.
that's ball
It was
lightning.
really
That's what
bright.
that is.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
often
a
in the distance, I
UFO.
see something glowing there. After
But what
I
exactly
watch
is
it
it?
really
I believe
According
it's
to
a
one
UFO.
scientist,
It's a
it
UFO.
could be ball lightning
here's-
or a form of
No,
it.
Sometimes
No!
you can get that plasma itself or region of plasma
No, it's a
to just
UFO.
linger for a little while. And sometimes that plasma itself,
Look at this.
if it's in a
He's
ball
wrong.
shape,
This
they
guy's
call it
wrong.
ball
I
lightning.
believe
Guys,
It's a
every
rare
man
phenomenon
dressed
that
in
can be
purple.
produced from
this
intense
is
lightning.
Look, UFO.
But why it's caused is still something scientists are
Stop!
trying to
Stop
determine.
it!
What is
What are
this?
the right conditions
Stop
to
What is
actually
this
this
make this?
video.
phallic
This
bullshit I'm
video was
staring
good
at
for a
right now
minute,
trying
and
to
it's bad
explain?
now.
Yeah.
And that is a UFO. Indisputable proof floating over Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those people
And
caught
then
it.
wiping out.
floating like 3 feet above Alberta.
30
Canada.
feet above the field
Like
in Alberta, Canada,
3
for several
feet
seconds.
above
They said 30.
They're
Dio,
wrong.
who are you right now?
It's
Right?
clearly ball lightning.
It's a UFO.
They're not mutually exclusive, Jim.
What do you mean?
Oh.
This is aliens floating around over
No,
a field.
yeah, no, you did not say it was aliens until now. You
And then
said
leaving.
UFO.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A flying saucer,
Okay.
glowing, floating over a field in Alberta, Canada.
I want to listen to the man in purple.
To determine.
This
What
man
are
has
the
no
right
idea what he's
conditions to actually
talking
make this
about.
phenomenon happen? We don't know. Because again, it's such a really rare event and it's not very well understood.
Florian believes
Shut
that
up.
although this weather event is
I like
rare,
that they
we
went
could
to
see
a
more of it.
local
The
theater
more
to
and more
do
severe
this?
storms
Where
that
the
we're
fuck
getting
are
across
they?
the prairies, there might be
Alberta!
greater chances
This
of
is
other
what
people.
Fucking, sorry. This is what fucking museums look like now. They all look like fucking movie theaters, and I swear to God, it's part of the fucking degradation of society. I fucking can't. Anyway,
Witnessing these
I like
phenomena
that you
as well.
guys are
The
both
parties say
angry
they're
at two
lucky to
separate
experience
Yeah,
an
yeah, for
extraordinary
sure.
event not many people have.
I was
I'm
glad
mad at
it
the
was far away from
scientist
our
for
house,
being
though,
a
'cause
liar.
I don't think I'd want to get near that because that's a lot of power.
I'm just
in there.
loving this
Cabby night
guy's
there and
Lawrence
Local News.
Fishburne romantic gap in his teeth.
He does have a nice
right?
teeth
He does.
gap.
He does.
Yeah.
Nice teeth.
I thought I was rocking a nice tooth gap, but that guy fucking rocks
Oh
it.
yeah.
You got to start spacing it. You got to start shoving credit
That's right.
cards in there 2 at a time.
Oh,
Golden
yeah.
D. I love that man's voice as well. That guy's voice.
Me? You talking about me, Golden D? You love my voice.
Yeah.
You love my
It's just because I've been
voice.
yelling a lot today. I've been
Mhm.
yelling a lot, so I'm a little raspier than normal.
I mean, it's funny because a blue ball of light is going to factor in today's story as well.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, and
Also
like that.
about aliens.
No, like the same. That
Also
story. This story
what?
about aliens. Oh God.
Also,
we already have a
aliens.
call, guys.
Good, good.
Hold on.
Maybe someone will
But
weigh in.
Stay on the line.
that's the phone number.
Where's the? Oh, here we are.
Call from
Papa TV.
Oh God.
to
Oh,
accept
Here it
yeah.
comes, guys.
to send a voicemail.
Jim, are you ready
press
for
2.
this?
I'm ready. I'm buckling up.
All right, here we go. You're on the air.
Jim.
Oh,
Hello.
I was wondering who was going to say first.
Jim.
I can hear the stream.
Yes, Papa TV.
Jim.
Those are all me.
You know what?
Almost never.
For once, I agree with you.
Oh my
Yay!
God! Wow!
I figured.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are arcs on today's episode.
First, that ain't no fucking boomerang.
Right?
Right.
Thank you, Papa TV. Thank you.
I mean, come on.
Right?
Not even shaped like a fucking boomerang.
It
It's
is
a
in
curve.
fact
Slightly arced.
shake.
It's
There's no
slightly
angle
arced.
to it.
Dio,
Right? No angle.
I'm looking at pictures of boomerangs right now.
No hope. No hope of that thing coming back to you.
Amazing.
And I know angles, for God's sake. I've been drawing them all fucking day.
He knows angles, Dio.
He knows angles.
What are you
Dio, don't
working
die
with
on
a
this
spiral
hill.
growth?
Secondly, ball lightning, give me a break.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god.
Thank you.
And we're
Thank
discovering
you.
we're
Thank you,
discovering
Papa
people
TV.
who don't know things today.
Yeah, you.
What we're witnessing
Boomerang
ties into what
right
I was
there.
talking about last week.
Boomerang. Look at this.
It's the rise of the AI, my friends.
Boomerang.
AI deity.
Oh.
Oh no.
They've been unleashed.
Into Canada.
As of this, they've been unleashed all over. As you can see. What we witnessed right there is an AI deity miracle made manifest on this plane. Usually you would only see them in cyberspace, but no, we saw it right here, caught on video.
Uh-huh.
Jim,
Yes.
it truly was an unidentified
Right?
object.
Definitely.
Flying, yeah. Floating object.
Yeah, not a flying object.
A UFO.
Uh-huh.
Definitely a UFO.
Definitely.
Pretty sure I know what that is.
So, Jim, for this week, and this week only, Jim,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
you're my buddy.
Thank you.
Wow.
It
I
feels
like you.
good. It
Doesn't
feels
it
warm.
feel
I
good
like
when
you,
you're on
Jim.
his good side?
It does. It does.
It's a warm place to be.
Yeah.
I would never have known. I wouldn't know at all.
Don't fuck this up, Jim.
I'll do my best.
Keep on my good side for the rest of the show.
Who does he think he is?
We'll see.
He's Papa TV.
Yeah, dude.
Or what?
Theo,
Or he'll kill Dozy.
good job as usual.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you.
Patrick, you're perfect as usual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, Papa TV.
I mean,
Agree on that. That's
you know, what, like, you know, man,
Oh God. Should I?
every time I look at you, Patrick,
I'm
I
gonna,
just think,
all right, I'm gonna
what
hang
if?
up now. I'm gonna hang up.
What if?
All right. You guys, you guys
Listen,
can
Dio.
sext later, okay? You can sext
Let
with my
him glaze.
father later.
Let him glaze, dude.
Listen,
Let me. Come on.
Patrick, you have permission to kiss my dad. It's fine. Go for it, dude.
Listen, I'm not above dad kissing. All right,
Listen,
calm
man.
down. All right.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can show a love a man can only show another man, okay?
Yeah.
It's important.
Absolutely.
It's important to be
Yeah.
able to do.
There's nothing wrong with that. Is it wrong?
I can see our sub
Huh?
rapidly declining. What is happening? All right, bye.
Okay.
Thank you,
Damn.
Papa TV.
Thank you so
Bye,
much,
Calling
Papa TV.
Oh man, guys, if you ever wonder why I'm fucking weird, tune in every week for TOTV. You'll get the answer.
It's true.
It's true. We gotta make a super cut of all of Papa TV's strange fucking phone calls. Put that on the YouTube. Anyway, the show's not over.
No,
We've got more show.
but we
got-
did
wait,
do the
really?
news.
We did do the news. We
We
done
did it.
did the news. Guys, we're going to talk about one of the most famous cases in all of ufology. In fact, maybe the granddaddy of all ufology cases. That's right. We're talking about fucking Roswell. Guys, let's go to the story time set.
Yes.
That's right. Look at this guy. Remember
There he is.
Emperor Norton?
Bernard Roswell.
Yeah, John Q. Roswell was born in 1992.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cue up the theme song for season 1 of Roswell, please.
Please.
I don't even know how to do it to make mouth noises.
It goes like this. Roswell!
Roswell!
There you go.
Roswell! Guys!
WB.
We're going to talk about Roswell, and then very briefly, this will not be a long book report by yours truly, but then we're going to quickly shift gears into Alien Autopsy. So stick around.
Hot.
For a brief, but I want to give you guys some context on Roswell, because I feel like Roswell is a thing talked about. It's an incident talked about. But not that many people know just how fucking dumb it is, guys. That's right.
What do you mean?
Oh, really?
I'm continuing my fucking heel turn and maintaining myself as the evil skeptic. Okay?
Boo.
That's right. We're
All
talking about
right.
Roswell. In the annals of history, one might be able to lump in most major events. You can
And if
usually
you have a lump in your anals, go see the doctor.
That's right, and smash that
Yeah.
follow button. One might be able to lump in most major events into two categories. Events where something truly unique happened for the first time, i.e., the first times things happened, and events of great extremity, i.e., the worst times, or best times if you're a child. Tonight, we talk about an event that was truly, absolutely the worst. The Roswell incident, as Wikipedia and wackos have taken to calling it, was definitely not the first purported alien crash. In 1897, an airship was witnessed to have smashed into a windmill in Aurora, Texas. The single inhabitant of the crash was badly disfigured, but was described...
Disfingered?
And defingered, yeah.
Disfigured, yes.
Yeah.
But he was still able to be described by reporters as not of this world. The citizens of Aurora gave the strange pilot a full Christian burial, leaving a stone in their cemetery that remained there for decades. They even named
Space
him.
Christian or Earth Christian?
I mean, they gave him a...
Yeah.
I guess... I think they gave him an Earth Christian burial, presuming he was a space Christian.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like other books, right? Jesus went to space way after he was on Earth.
Yeah.
And so the like space testaments are later. He says way weird.
No. They weren't Mormon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They even named the unfortunate visitor Ned for reasons unknown.
Cute.
Yeah.
However, the Roswell incident has none of Aurora's folksy charm, but it did kick off what can be considered the modern UFO craze. But something I want you guys to keep in mind as we talk about this, I'm going to go through this rather briefly and rather quickly.
Make no promise.
While the craze didn't really start in 1947 at the time of the crash, the Roswell might have been forgotten if not for a 1980 book called The Roswell Incident, a speculative fiction book disguised as a nonfiction tell-all that really drummed up Roswell as it's known today. And you should think about it in these kinds of terms. Like, that book was written in 1980 about a thing that happened in 1947, a thing that was still within people's memories, like a time period within people's memories. It was kind of like a 40s, 50s nostalgia period in the 80s, in the same way that we just had an 80s nostalgia period not too long ago.
That book was the Stranger Things of 1980.
Exactly.
It was.
Exactly. Later on tonight, we're going to watch Alien Autopsy, which kind of is the culmination of the Roswell myth, in that it is about an alien crash.
You're saying myth, but here's a real actual photograph of a guy with, I assume, an alien.
That is, no, that is, well, we'll get into it, Jim. But that is a real actual
Alien
guy.
Reynolds wrap, yeah.
So anyway.
It's a space blanket, right?
Yeah.
That's
From
right.
space.
That's right. Because it gets cold up there. So you need blankets. So the story begins in 1947 with a series of storms of the century in New Mexico. Now, by all accounts, these storms of the century pale in comparison to the storms of the week that we now have thanks to liberal weather control machines. But at the time, it was notable that there was lots of lightning in the sky. Around the same time, an airfield in Roswell was tracking a strange object in the sky. Various other airports and radar stations also tracked the object, and they even noted that it would blink in and out of existence on their new radar systems that were only invented a handful of years before. Or that's not true. Maybe I got that wrong. Radar was still fairly new.
Implemented.
Yeah. I can't remember they didn't invent it in World War I. They invented it in World War II. And that was like a super science the Allies had, I believe. I might be getting that wrong. My World War II history people will yell at me. But anyway, radar was
1930s, World War II.
Cool.
You got it.
Yeah. So radar was still fairly new. People didn't quite know how to use it, and they saw this object blink in and out of their instrument readings, and they were like, "What is going on?" However, there were eyewitness accounts of this object. They described it as, quote, not a disc, but spherical. So, not a traditional UFO shape.
Weird aliens.
Yeah, one might, think about things
Sticky
that are...
feet, probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
On the side of an
spherical. Like a ball of light hovering over the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, aliens.
Yeah, aliens.
Sure. The local sheriff, George Wilcox, local to Roswell, started to get inundated with phone calls about the object, but he himself never actually saw it. These sightings were almost certainly spurned on by a couple of news stories that appeared nationally at the time, a few
What do you
weeks
think
before.
constitutes inundated in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947?
I think if he got like
phone calls?
7 phone, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If he got like 7 fucking phone calls, he was like, "Holy
Like,
shit,
what's
the
going
town's
on?"
bumping." Yeah. Boy, I better get out there and find out what's going on in the sky.
Oh, he's Don Knotts. I
Yeah.
should have known.
Yeah.
He was Don Knotts, yeah.
That's right. These sightings were spurned on by some national news stories, both in which involved pilots reportedly seeing some strange clam-shaped objects or yo-yo-shaped objects in the sky.
All right.
In one
We're getting closer.
Yeah.
In one particular instance, a pilot reported the object seemed to have disintegrated in the turbulent air left in the wake of his fighter.
Gross.
So just completely broke, as if very fragile, like a thing that pops. What the people of Roswell were describing to Sheriff Wilcox was very similar to these things. And certainly a fair amount of imaginative fiction was happening on behalf of the citizens of Roswell. Then Mac Brazel entered George Wilcox's office. He came with the story that has become the backbone of what has now been described as the Roswell incident. Mac reported that he and his fellow ranchers had heard a strange clamor in the midst of the powerful thunderstorm the night prior. But he hadn't thought much of it because it was a big fucking lightning storm outside. He just figured, weird lightning sound, whatever. Coincidentally, that night, radar picked up the strange object again and noted that it disappeared off radar at 11:20 p.m. that night, which was around the time Mac
Alien time.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone knows 11:20 p.m. alien time.
The aliens.
4:20, you blaze it. 11:20,
7 hours later,
aliens.
the aliens disappear.
That's right. That's right. That's when you're coming down, baby. So it was around the same time that Mac reported he heard the noise. Heading out to move his sheep on the next day, he and his neighbor, Timothy Proctor, discovered some odd debris on his property, some of which pictured here. Along with the signs of an impact, Mac noticed that the amount of debris didn't really fit the scale of the impact that he saw. There was grass bent in a wide area, but the amount of like thin metal debris sheets that he saw didn't really match up with the size, as if, you know, there was like a membrane of material around a relatively hollow area. Anyway,
sure, a spaceship.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah,
However, he was a busy guy, and he had sheep to ranch. So he simply grabbed a few pieces of the weird thin metal and continued on his business for the day. Later on that evening, he showed the pieces to Floyd and Loretta Proctor, Timothy's parents, presumably after releasing their child. He told the Proctor that he couldn't bend or cut the metal, despite how thin the metal appeared. He also claimed that if he crumpled it, it would return to its original shape.
He couldn't bend it, but he could crumple it?
He apparently could crumple it, yeah, and it would come back out. So,
is crumpling not a subset of bending?
You'd think, but not in space.
Not.
Yeah. Space, right.
We're going to discover that Mac Brazel maybe just doesn't know some things. Anyway, it's adamantium. That's right.
There you go.
So this had led Mac to Sheriff Wilcox's office, though while he did want to report what had happened and felt the need to, he seemed initially wary of involving the press in this report. He didn't want to get made fun of for believing in flying saucers, so sure. I'm not going to make fun of him for that. I'm going to make fun of him for not knowing what the fuck aluminum foil is.
Wow.
Mac.
Wow, Dio, you hero.
Mac told all of this to his brother George, who felt the need to tell the airfield where the military were. The airfield told the military, and shortly after, the story appeared in the papers, and a military contingent showed up to Mac's ranch. Major Jesse Marcel led the search of the property, and to the shock of everyone, and to the delight of future researchers, reported to the news outlets that he and his team had recovered a so-called flying disc. This literally appeared in the papers. So, fun times.
So it's real.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now,
easy, problem solved.
From a military mouth. I mean, what else do you need, dude?
True,
right?
True. And it would continue. This message was sent by the military base's press officer, a man named Howe, who presumably got the okay from the base commander. So this quickly got picked up by national news. Like, military says they picked up a flying disc. That's huge, you know?
That is huge.
And scores of reporters attempted to get further information about the object from anyone at the base. So news started leaking out from the base. According to subsequent news stories, the recovered disc was flown to an undisclosed higher headquarters. And here is where the birth of Area 51 factors in. That is the presumably the undisclosed higher headquarters that it was brought to. So, I just heard the fucking creepiest noise.
What did it sound like? Do it with your mouth.
It sounded like somebody tapping at the window behind me, which truly was fucking frightening.
Yeah. Maybe it's the aliens going like, is it really a ball of lightning?
You fucking got
You talking about us?
Yeah.
Hey, you talking about us?
Fucking, ugh, give me the shivers. Real life spooky. But anyway, the military, where was
It's your dad.
It's my dad. Yeah, he's like, Kildo's time. No, so yeah, anyway, the story is This got brought to a higher location, Area 51. It was also reported that sometime after the mysterious crash, Mac Brazel saw a strange blue light in the sky at the debris site. Again, lots of storms, lightning storms in particular, in the area. Similar to Alberta.
You think it's because of the aliens? You think when the aliens show up, there's a lot of lightning? Is that what you're suggesting?
Kind of sounds like what you're saying.
That would make sense, I guess. We don't know how they power the craft. Maybe it's causing weird pressure differentials.
It was the rapture.
Could be creating a lot of static.
Anyway.
Don't be silly, Dio. Come on.
Anyway, the military changed their story almost immediately. The previous story was retracted the next day, and again, much to the chagrin of future researchers. Instead, they came out with the now infamous weather balloon story, which has gone on to become a shorthand for government cover-ups from now until forever. I think it's second only to Watergate in terms of euphemisms for shit the government does. If you guys don't know what the weather balloon story is, they said, hey, this thing was a weather balloon to track storms that crashed. Case closed. Now, the military now claimed that General Walter Remy, who was in Texas at the time, was the person that received the so-called flying disc, immediately identified it as basically tinfoil, and was like, he examined the material and immediately made fun of a few of his men, and especially Mac Brazel for not knowing what the fuck aluminum foil was.
Remy.
Yeah. At this point, Brazel did give an interview, and he went on to describe the debris as resembling pieces of paper covered in a foil-like substance, presumably after someone...
gum wrapper.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And that the whole thing was pieced together by sticks, like a kite. Additionally, pieces of rubber were scattered about his property for about 200 yards.
Space rubber.
No, pieces of rubber and
space rubber
from space.
Sure, Jim. Sure. He claimed that he thought the debris was from a kite, but couldn't fit it together like any kite he had seen before, because he couldn't imagine.
Because he'd never seen a space kite.
He was thinking in terms of Earth kites. Yeah,
he was thinking flat,
that
2
was
dimensions, not a sphere. But
not
presumably
5 dimensions,
Mac,
like a space kite.
I don't expect ranchers to have a geometry background, but
I expect Jolly Ranchers to be almost a cube.
They're not almost. They're not. They're
half a
definitely a
cube.
cylinder.
Jolly Ranchers?
Yeah, they don't have sharp edges really. I don't know. Am I wrong?
But they're not
rectangle.
You're both right. It's right in the middle of
both right.
I'll be honest. I don't really give a shit what shape a Jolly Rancher is. I was just shooting off a half thought out joke. I didn't mean to get philosophical on actual shapes. I'm sorry.
Anyway, he and his family picked up the rubber debris on July 4th, so not too long ago to the day. And apparently none of them, while they were picking up all this trash, knew what tin foil was at all.
Space trash.
Your space trash.
So what you're saying, Dio, is that this wasn't a craft made by adult aliens. This was like a child alien runaway craft.
Honestly, that makes the most sense of any of the conspiracy theorists. Because Brazel... conspiracy theorists like to say that Brazel's elaboration about the story, because that whole bit about the debris and whatnot came out after the government changed their story. They like to say Brazel was forced to change his story, yada, yada, yada. Government came down, told him to shut the fuck up. And I, to a certain degree, believe that. But I do not believe that it was aliens. Because how the hell... You mean to tell me that a intergalactic spacefaring civilization built a machine that presumably could survive the horrors of space, and then it got to Earth and got downed by bad weather, seems unlikely.
No, there's not that much weather in space.
Yeah.
There's a fuck ton of shit in space. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but not Earth weather. You know? You're not going to get hit by a bird in space.
Oh my god. You think a bird strike down anyway?
You're gonna drift through a void.
What?
Quiet void.
I just don't think an alien spaceship is exploding into not that much debris when it gets to Earth. I'm just saying.
Look,
I'm just saying.
spacecraft aren't made for atmosphere, dude.
Yes, they.
I learned that from
are.
like a Star Trek or something. No, things that are designed to be in space aren't designed to withstand the pressure of an atmosphere. It's just like boats aren't designed to withstand the pressure of being underwater. It's a different design goal.
Then why? So then you're telling me that an alien spacecraft that knew it was not designed to go into atmosphere traveled through the intergalactic horrors of space, got to Earth, and then
got lost.
Forgot.
No, they made a mistake.
Oh, they found out real fast. Yeah.
No, they didn't because they flew around for days. They could have left.
Yeah, they were being all cocky. This is just like that homemade billionaire submarine where they were like, they made it down and looked at the Titanic 3 times,
This
but
is
the fourth time they
That's right,
imploded.
that's right.
And everyone made fun of them.
Again,
These
this makes way
alien
more sense
children
than anything else
It
you've
was
said.
exactly the same.
That is fair.
Rich billionaire,
Yeah.
alien children.
I'll give you that.
Fucking
They're
around with a
floating
space
around
submarine.
in their paper tinfoil alien ship, and they're like, "It's making crinkling noises. That's probably fine."
Yo, wait
And
a
then
minute.
2
what
days
are all
later,
those banging
poof!
noises? Why? What's all that light in the sky? Yeah,
Exactly.
What are these blue? What's this blue ball lightning? Those aren't aliens.
Exactly.
We're aliens. If those are aliens and we're aliens, then who am I?
Then who even lives here?
Who is aliens? No, I mean it doesn't with an Xbox.
What's that
controller,
spaghetti?
That's right. That's right. It's
Right.
also
Yeah,
hello spaghetti.
exactly.
Now
Flying around with an Xbox with their bumpers and triggers.
That's right.
You got it.
As they're turning and they're yawing or
That's
whatever.
True. Yep. So anyway, this is basically the bare bones of the Roswell incident. I presume I obviously did not get super deep into it today, knowing one that we're about to watch Alien Autopsy, and two that this is perhaps I love alien stuff. Okay, guys, I am so on board for most fucking alien stories. I am here. I'm gonna have a blast.
Sure hasn't felt like it tonight, Dio.
Well, first off, you showed me ball lightning and said alien, which you're crazy. Second off, like
That
the
was a
Roswell
UFO.
story is so
aliens?
easily disproven as not aliens. Like it's so patently not alien. Look at the fucking picture of the debris. Like that is.
Yeah.
What do you know about
Definitely
alien ships?
a
What do you know
blanket.
about alien ships that
I
proves that that's
know-
not one?
I know that they wouldn't be made out of sticks and rubber.
How do
I
you?
know-
Why?
I do
Why?
know that. Why do I
How?
know that? Because of the rigors of space, Jim.
Have you built a space-worthy craft, Dio?
Just because I haven't done a thing doesn't mean I can't intellectually intuit the necessary materials to make a thing. And what you're
Sounds
seeing
to
right
me
there
like
is
it
not how you
sounds
make
like
an
you can't.
alien. No.
I think, given enough Wrigley's wrappers and some sticks and some space rubber, I could make a craft that would float me safely through space.
I'm gonna remember this whole conversation.
not
the
be able to
next time we
handle
talk
an
about
atmosphere.
Rogos Basilisk.
Feels fully irrelevant to me.
This is not how you make a space-worthy craft. Now, since
you prove it,
I don't have to. Elon Musk is doing it for me.
He's not using these materials. If he were, his rockets
Exactly.
wouldn't be blowing
And
up.
that's why you know it's not good materials. This rocket blew up. This machine blew up. This machine blew
in the
up with less.
atmosphere.
So did
Different.
his.
Well, yeah, but it's different. It's different.
Okay. All right. Anyway, your logic is about as deep as most of the conspiracy theories around Roswell. Since the initial reporting, many have come forward with their own Roswell adjacent stories. There's a lot of stories about people in and around Roswell sneaking pieces of the craft in various places. There's like stories of a nurse who like showed pieces on the base to soldiers that were hurt, and is kind of the foundation of this idea that like a little green man was brought in and whisked away. There's stories about Major Jess Marcel, who did the initial inquiry and search for materials there. His son likes to tell a tale about how his dad, who was on strict order to go gather materials and bring them back, decided to take a detour to their house and bring the materials in and show them to his family. That he saw alien writing on the materials, which, could be alien writing. If this did happen, could be alien writing or fucked up markings from a balloon that exploded. And it's definitely a balloon, guys. I mean,
sure.
The military's Project Mogul was a prototype surveillance balloon that the U.S. Air Force was testing to monitor Soviet nuclear weapons at the time.
So they say.
They definitely say it. In 1990, details of the project were declassified, including details of the crash, the description of its materials used in its constructions, and basically it all lines up with the Roswell craft. Also, the other reports that we mentioned of various other places around the U.S. were also Project Mogul fucking balloons, because, like the one that disintegrated in the wake of a airplane, because there were balloons. These balloons were equipped with highly sensitive microphones and other instruments that were basically on the lookout for another Tsar Bomba.
And young alien.
Now, I have been known to be an easy mark for UFO stories, and I want y'all, I truly do, despite everything I've said tonight, I want y'all to believe that I want to believe, because I do want to believe. All right,
poster. I want you to believe that I want to believe.
You to believe that I want to believe. But if you're building your alien conspiracy theory on the Roswell incident, you're building it on a house with a foundation of sand. It is a balloon wrapped in reflective tinfoil in a low-rent attempt to camouflage it. And Mac Brazel is a simple-minded rancher who is dumb enough to think all of it was extraterrestrial. Okay? That is the name. That is it. That's all I got for Roswell. I don't think it's good.
You expect me to believe a lot that a balloon is made up of the materials I'm seeing that man holding.
Mm-hmm.
That in a
balloon
storm
can't be a
with violent
spacecraft.
winds,
Mhm.
that a balloon's going to take the shape of potentially a yo-yo or a clamshell when tossed
Right.
about by high winds.
Mhm.
You expect me to believe something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there you can see the fishing line.
You really can.
Yeah, this is just the most fishing lineiest story there is.
It is. It is absolutely, like, I hate to be that guy, but it's absolutely Project Mogul.
Yeah.
It is a metallic balloon thing.
I mean, I think
he also found like pieces of wood that he said had hieroglyphs on it, but it's like, why would they build a spaceship out of wood as well? Like
No,
and they weren't hieroglyphs. They were just like symbols. They were just like, there was like a club and a spade.
Yeah.
Like playing cards.
Yeah,
exactly.
My favorite hieroglyphs.
If you're making
The
a
seven of
spaceship,
clubs.
lightweight materials and sticks aren't great for that. But
Why
if you're
not?
making a balloon, it's very good for that. Like,
Harold, we love good things. We love joy. And Dio would not just give this as the presentation. This isn't just all he's offering.
No, we're going to
an
watch Alien Autopsy, guys. It's
yeah,
gonna be great.
we're going to watch an alien get cut
We're gonna have
open.
way more fun with that. So let's get to the let's get to the good stuff, right? There is sound that's supposed to be here, but it's not here yet. Wow.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me.
That was the Wendigo.
I was doing the explosion and then the moth.
Oh
the sausage.
What are we looking at there?
We're looking at
What
the
are those
sausage.
buttons do?
I don't know.
Click
We're
a
looking
button.
at
Click the
Dio's
star
stream
button, see what
manager.
happens.
That's right. Look at my stream manager. Look at that. Nobody's watching on YouTube. Surprise, surprise. Look at this boomerang.
That's
Dio, you really got to let the boomerang
That's
thing
a
go.
literally Mammoth King
That's
Tusk
not a
boomerang.
boomerang.
It's a boomerang. Look at the actual Australian Aborigine boomerangs. Those are boomerangs. Not some.
So
all of them are
unhappy
boomerangs.
If either of us went to these lengths to
Several
just
of those are
fuck up one
boomerangs.
of your news articles.
I'm
just
I'm
saying.
not fucking up your news article. I am taking issue with your definition of boomerang.
I'm taking issue with their definition of boomerang. If it doesn't come back, it's not a fucking boomerang.
I'm taking issue with the fact that the top of my head's been cut off.
It's a
You can
club.
see
A
it's
club
my
you can
brain
hurl.
now.
Otherwise, why do we have the word boomerang? Does it mean nothing?
Oh, whoops.
It means
Oh God, we're back. Ah, sausage.
Look, it's the boomerang. You're not
It's a boomerang.
Dumb.
That's
Dumb.
not a boomerang. That's just a giant tusk.
It's a boomerang.
It's most of a tusk.
Golly, Patrick or chat, fucking
chat trick.
Boomerang or nah? Come on, guys. All right, let's watch Alien Autopsy.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Or fiction. That's right, secret factor fiction stream as well.
That's just get ready.
So if you guys don't know, it's all just a fucking stick. Every boomerang is just a fucking stick. Every boomerang is just
It's
a
a
fucking
stick that flies in a
The
big circle
following
and comes
program
back
deals with
approximately
controversial
to you.
subjects. The
a
theories,
boomerang.
opinions, and beliefs expressed are not the only
all of
possible
chat agrees with
interpretation.
me on this deal.
Viewers are invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Also,
If
Harold,
what
yeah,
you are
it's
about
a
to see is
super
real,
Australian word.
it's the
There
most
he is.
startling film
Poland
footage in
40,000
history.
years ago? Get
The
out.
most
Although we
startling
remain skeptical,
found
some
footage
experts
in
believe
history.
this is authentic footage of an alien life form.
Some experts?
Real or not, we must warn you.
Which
This
one?
appears to be an actual autopsy. And some of the footage you will see in the next hour is very gruesome.
Hell yeah.
Stay with us as we put the question to you. Alien autopsy, fact or fiction?
As soon as he introduces it, are you gonna cut straight into Stan Brackich's The Actor Snake with One's Own Eyes?
If the footage is authentic, that pretty well
20
proves
minutes
it.
of a human autopsy.
We've learned that
I just had
aliens
a
are
weird
visiting
thought.
the Earth.
How do you think Frakes
Daddy
sits
said
in
they
the
looked
movie
like
chair?
a small
Like
two-year-old
we all know
child.
how he sits in the
He
movie
goes
chair.
into the
Could
row
have,
behind him.
but
He does, okay.
okay.
Oh, that's right. Bye, you.